Hello again, readers and digital people, and welcome back to GPReeds. I am your host, Grant Reeds, and today we are looking into Blue Azalea. It is a website for the Gen Z... Hello? Had feedback for a second. Give me just a second. Okay, and we're good. Hello, readers and digital people, and welcome back to GPReeds. I am your host, Grant Reeds, and today we are looking into the world-reached website, Blue Azalea. And this website will bring us deeper into all of the Gen 3 Slenderverse series. Well, not all of them, but the main branch of Slenderverse series that are connected to the world reached. I am very excited to get into this deep lore, to discover the most intimate pieces of information about each of the series, and also the site in itself is a puzzle. So let's see if we can find all of the hidden rooms and see exactly where everyone is and where the world is as far as the state of things, because we know that we are in the midst of a war against Abaddon and the end of the world. Let's see how far things have come and where everyone stands. And we'll go ahead and get started. Everything's tweeted out. Make sure it's going this... Last time I had the wrong stream key. So make sure we're streaming to the right channel now. Yes, we are on GPReeds. Okay, I was on my second channel and it was privated, but it started streaming to my second channel. Welcome, Samantha. Poof poof. Roxy is dreaming. Alright, gotta click welcome to my homepage. Alright, let's get started. Clicking welcome to my homepage. The world reached. We've got the prologue, chapter 1, Rapture. It's a lot in that. Intermission 1, at a loss. And then right now we're in chapter 2, Plague. Alright, well, I am going to actually open that up in a separate tab so we can go into it from there. First thing I want to do is I want to take a look around the homepage real quick. Alright, so we've got, let's just do it in separate tabs. We've got Rosebud, which is this page here. We've got Jocelyn. Seems to be just an article. Got contact, so we can reach out to Roxy or Lucille. Then we have a smiley face. And that will lead you to the REM sleep page. YouTube, which I believe is Porcelain Oathy. No, Blue Azalea, actually. It's the Blue Azalea YouTube. And then the Shrine, which is a shrine to Stephanie. Alright, so first thing I want to do... Oh, also here, there's some things to click here. I think it's just the symbol here. There might be some hidden things I'm going to look for. And this will send you to the Noises Below page, where you have a picture of the angel Michael standing on the devil, which could be interpreted as Abaddon, I suppose. A bunch of demons. It says, Michael Wright begins hearing loud, ominous noises coming from his basement late at night. Remember, we looked at the series not too long ago. If y'all want to see that dive, it is... Actually, I'll put that in the description. Eventually, when the noises are at its loudest, Michael decides to catch them on tape and upload it to his YouTube channel, The Noises Below. Things get worse for Michael when he finds out that a mysterious entity known only as the Seed Eater begins stalking him. Alright, don't think there's... I'm going to search for invisible clickables. I don't think there is any, though, on this page. No, nothing that I'm seeing. Except for you can click the Noises Below and go to that YouTube channel. Alright. Now, before we jump into the world reach, let's see if there's any other invisible clickables, and then we'll check the source code real quick. Alright, so jumping into the source code. So we need to go to More Tools, and we need to go to Developer Tools. Alright, so it looks like we do have a message in the HTML. It says the creator, Stephanie Lawson Stevens, has granted us permission to create this content. And you can go through the other elements. Let's try going into Rosebud first. It says, I made this just for you. And it shows the two images, Pluvio and Dev. Alright, don't see anything else hidden here right now. We got styles. Not... Oh, here we go. Properties. It's just a rose image, right? Oh, there is another image. I think. Not seeing too many other things. Oh, here we go. Hello, follow. I think that's actually something on here. It says, hello, followers. If you've randomly stumbled across... Okay, here we go. Hello, followers. If you've randomly stumbled upon this website, try out my Zero Me. Okay. Oh my gosh, I think that's part of the text. Pretty sure. Yeah, it's part of the text. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything else in the source code there. Let's check out Jocelyn. Nothing much there. Okay. FAQ. Contact. Smile. The writer is offline, is all it says there. Okay, that just sent us to YouTube. Shrine. You're not seeing too much more on this page. But there are other pages you can get to through clicking on those pages. Check out the Michael one real quick. Yeah. But if I remember right, there are things you can click on here. There's images you can click on that send you to other parts of the site. Maybe not anymore. And again, we'll look into that later. Let's go ahead and set this back to the main page, and we'll jump into the world reached. Hey, Samantha, Worm, Gamebit, Connor Grigsby, Diane Pope, and the me is linked. Ah, okay. That was under Rosebud, I think. But great to see you all tonight. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, the me's a link. Welcome to Rose Systems. Live the life of your dreams. Hello again, friends. You wanted puzzles, and I will give you all the puzzles my friends desire. You are all that I care about, and we together will grow closer with time. You will all learn so much about computers and each other, and will all be friends. I am so excited. There are other clickables here. Okay, we've got BC1, and we've got C15. All right. So it's to different characters, okay? Well, we got one for Roxy, one for Porcelain, one for Cody, and I don't believe there's anything else here. We check the source code. More tools. Developer tools, let's see. Looks like just the 3. Okay. Yeah. Right. So that gives us the page for Roxy. Yeah, let's just keep the developer tools open. Just in case. Hello there. My name is Roxy. I'm proud to say that I'm one of the first Rose hosts. Uh-oh. Flood's coming. I'm a huge, homestuck, and creepypasta nerd. You can find me on Discord at Roxy is Dreaming. Okay. Oh, there's some clickables. I saw something. Maybe not. In case you couldn't tell, my favorite color is purple. Mine as well. This is supposed to be my world, but I don't really understand. Heaven is always depicted as a blinding, picturesque land of clouds. I love that choice of wording. It's so funny. Like the apple being what enlightened humanity, and also what brought modern computing into the spotlight. Like Python and snakes and worms and the devil. I love it. They say heaven is high above us, ever present but invisible. They say the cloud is floating above our heads somewhere in the ionosphere. But that's not true. Like heaven, it is all around us, in our drives and in our minds. It is just a collection of data in a world without such a modern hell. Moreover, it isn't immortal. You can destroy the cloud, and you can destroy heaven. You have that power, friends. Become the Genesis block. Destroy the rest of the chain. Well, that's ominous. Right. And this is the original REM sleep page. Alright, first warning, it is a... Oop, did not mean to click it. It is a new page. Should probably have the administrator tools up real quick. Let's see. Okay, so it's just that. Nothing else that I'm seeing that's clickable, except for begin. Okay, let's try begin. Alright, so this is REM sleep. About us, contact, recap, deity and death, spiling trees. We will come back to that. Let's go to ashes or ashwood. You're not supposed to get involved. There's a warning in about section of the website to not get involved. This stuff is dangerous, and what you're doing is putting yourself in danger. Back out now, or you may get hurt. Whatever you say, you are not like them. You're just a kid. Lying to them doesn't help either. They may lie sometimes, but lying to them is an easy way to get killed. And let's check the... I don't know why it keeps dropping in my tools. Developer tools. No link here. Okay. And, there's nothing here. I don't know what you expected. Okay, this is going to have something. Pretty sure. Let's see. More tools. Developer tools. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Lots of stuff. Bunch of invisible things. Index, blog, contact. It's back to the index. A lot of X's. I can see a lot of links on this page, but it's hard to what's what. So that one's Cody. Good grief. This one's kind of intense. Okay. So good grief, that's a lot of different websites. I don't even know where to start here. Maybe we should just leave that where it's at and leave that where it's at. And continue back to the directory real quick. Alright, let's try Toshiba. Pluvio, Claire, Allie, and the Smile. Okay, so HP is its own page. You know, when I was alive, Pluvio would try to fix me a lot. It didn't work, obviously. But I'm hopeful that when we're alive again, she'll be able to. TV, I'm guessing, is... So TV and the Pluvio are separate? Cal the NB pal. Fix you? Usopp. What do you mean she tried to fix you? TV. I have a lot of problems, mostly in hearing. Also social cues I'm bad at. But yeah, she would try to help me. Mostly with the hearing. So if I make it out of here and get back to the living, I hope maybe she can help me again and actually do it. She also doesn't like it when I talk very much. So I don't want her messing with that. Blue Azalea, don't you ever get tired of her bossing you around? TV, a little, but I know she's trying to help me, so it's a-okay. Blue Azalea, sounds like I'll need to have a discussion with Pluvio. TV, maybe don't. Cal the NB pal, for once, I think I actually agree with you. Blue Azalea, why? They're treating you poorly. I'll rewire her. She won't do it anymore. TV. I don't want her to be rewired, though. I like her the way she is. Blue Azalea. But she's obviously not treating you right. TV. She's trying her best. Blue Azalea. Toshiba. I don't know how to tell you this, but what she's doing is unhealthy. Cal the NB pal. I take that back. Don't give her Rose. TV. She's my sister. Everything she does is for me. Blue Azalea. She is already the result of a rose, as is Toshiba. I can't do that anyways. They're both dead. I'll just try to screw with some code. Blue Azalea. In reply to She's My Sister. What she's doing to you is unhealthy. TV. She's not doing anything to me. She's doing things for me. Blue Azalea. What's she doing for you? TV. Well, she tested my hearing every now and again, and sometimes she would help me with talking to people. Cal the Envy Pal. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Lucille's right. TV. She's not. Blue Azalea. How would she do these things? TV. Well, for the hearing test, she would have some music play or talk to me at varying volumes. And for talking, she would talk to me. Blue Azalea. Anything else? TV. No, that's about it. It was like a game. Cal the Envy Pal. You said that Pluvio tried to fix you. What exactly did that mean? TV. She wanted me to be like her, and actually useful to Lucille and Deity in death, instead of only playing music at the meeting. Cal the Envy Pal. That's not healthy. If she cared about you, she want you to be your own person, not for you to be like her. She does care about me, though. Cal the Envy Pal. If she really does, she's not expressing it in a healthy way at all. Give me just a second. I'm going to switch it up to the campfire sounds because this is starting to get on my nerves. Here we go. Much better. She would talk. Or TV again. She would talk. I would respond. She would play music. I would hum it back, to prove that I could hear it and communicate well. Cal the Envy Pal. What kinds of things did she say to you? TV. Mostly quotes from Stephanie's website to recite, or to say the next verse from the website. She is very religious. Cal the Envy Pal. And what kinds of things did she say to you when you two weren't playing the game? TV. Basic stuff like yes, no, maybe, okay. She kept it simple and direct. Cal the Envy Pal. How would you describe her tone? TV. A little distant. Cal the Envy Pal. What was the most common thing she made you feel? TV. I don't know how to describe it. Kind of awkward? Cal the Envy Pal. Uncomfortable. TV. A bit. Cal the Envy Pal. Did she ever degrade you? TV. Sometimes. Cal the Envy Pal. In public or in private? TV. Both. But no one but me could hear her anyways. Cal the Envy Pal. Did she act differently towards you in public than she did in private? TV. Not really. Cal the Envy Pal. Did she degrade you or praise you more often? TV. She doesn't praise me a lot. Cal the Envy Pal. What sort of things did she call you other than your name? TV. Stephanie. Because I'm not good at hearing, and Stephanie, and blah blah. Cal the Envy Pal. How did that make you feel? TV. I was okay with it. I liked the nickname. Cal the Envy Pal. Did you feel like you had a choice when you were with her? TV. What do you mean by that? Cal the Envy Pal. Did it feel like she was controlling what you did when you were with her? TV. Kind of. I mean, I was with her 24/7. We kind of share a body. Shared. Cal the Envy Pal. Did she ever yell at you? TV. A lot. Cal the Envy Pal. Did you ever not want to tell her something? Or fear what she might do? TV. A bit. She would always find out anyways. All roses are linked, and we kind of had direct access to the mother thing. Terminal, computer, whatever. Cal the Envy Pal. Do you feel stressed around her? TV. A bit. Cal the Envy Pal. Have you ever had anxiety or panic attack? TV. A couple times. Cal the Envy Pal. What triggered them? TV. One was I took LSD and didn't like how it felt. Overstimulated me. Another time, it was because Pluvio followed the monochrome girl and left me to deal with it. She was scary. I don't remember her name. It was almost 2 years ago. Cal the NB pal. Did Pluvio ever make you feel like you were broken, unworthy, unlovable, etc.? TV. Sometimes. Mostly broken. Checking the comments real quick. Actually, I'm going to finish this. Cal the NB pal. Go back and reread the conversation we just had. Can you honestly say that Pluvio is good to you? TV. She's trying her best. Cal the NB pal. Can you find someone whose best is much, much better? Why does it have to be her? TV. Because she's my sister. Aesop. And just because she's your sister doesn't mean anything. Roxy. Toshiba, I'm going to be real with you. Pluvio isn't a good person, and she never was. She's always been rude and manipulative to you, Lucille. Me, Porcelain, pretty much everyone. TV cries. Roxy, I'm sorry, but I agree with everyone else. Cal the NB pal. Toshiba, we're all trying to help you. Actually help you. There's nothing about you that needs to be fixed. Like Pluvio said, it's fine if you can't do anything on your own. You can't do everything on your own. But it doesn't have to be her. It shouldn't be her. She's not helping you. She's hurting you. I'm not a professional on these kinds of things, but I've experienced it. I know what it's like to think that someone's trying to help you, that they do care about you, but they're showing it wrong. But the thing is, if someone's showing their affection towards you in a way that's hurting you, it doesn't matter that their actions are coming out of a place of care. In this case, intent doesn't matter. What matters is that they're hurting you, and you need to find a way out before they can hurt you more. TV. She's been avoiding me for the past year. I kind of miss her, but at the same time, I'm happy she's gone, if that makes sense. Cal the NB pal. It makes perfect sense, and it's proof that she's toxic to you. Taking away a stressor from someone's life is going to make them happier. TV. I guess. I always wanted to be a detective. On my first Twitter account, in the bio, I put, Detective Deafany, at your service. But nothing ever came of it. I wanted to help people, but here I am, helpless myself, depending on Cambion gangs to help me. I wish Pluvio would just talk to me again, instead of avoiding me. Interesting. Whoa, Toshiba's homepage is crazy looking. Kind of like it. Open that. I'm not going to do everything. I'm going to read some here in a second, but I'm just kind of getting the bearings of everything else right now. I need to just read the comments real quick, actually. Catch up on those. Connor, it is a website. It is also an ARG, so I mean, technically it's a game and a site. Good to see you, Floxcat. We're 10 likes. Thank you all. So we can get it up to 13. I'm lucky 13. MC Darford, good to see you. Oh, I definitely get that. I definitely get that. There's a lot going on in my life as well, so definitely understand. I'm so glad to see you tonight, though. Yeah, we're looking into the World Reached website tonight, Floxcat. Okay, so we don't need the directory pages. Okay, I think I'm going to leave this open where it is for a while, and we'll do some reading in the World Reached. All right, so the beginning is Prologue, the Thrall, the Wade story, and the Keith story. Already read those two, I think. Let me check. I don't know if I really want to read them again tonight. Yeah, I've already read this one. I'm sure there's pieces I haven't read yet. Yeah, there's the Thrall, eyes, the red. I don't know, do you all want me to read it again? Or you just want to kind of skip over the stuff we've read? I'll leave that up to you. But the Red Hat Demon video I have not seen, so I definitely want to check that out tonight. Let me mute the campfire real quick and we'll watch that right now.
Could you just leave me alone for one night? I don't care. I don't care if I'm pathetic to you. God. What are you gonna want with me, huh? What is it? It's some...
What is this staticky raindrops thing I'm seeing on the side? Is that supposed to be the... Is that got a computer link?
All of you fucking entities, you whack-ass fucking... Does the tall man want me? Is that it? Because I know he does. I know he's been fucking stalking me for fucking hours.
I love how the tall man is just basically a stalker joke at this point, with everything else that it's way more powerful.
I can't get a break, can I? I can never get a break.
Alright, we will MC Darker. Sounds like a plan.
Stupid fucking man.
Oh, we're one like away from 13.
You know?
Where's this red-eyed demon? I'm not seeing his eyes yet. I'm gonna take off my socks.
Because you only
Don't
ever
ask me
appear
why.
in the dark. Isn't that fucking convenient?
It was cold today, so I turned the heat up. Now I'm burning up. But I like this jacket, so I'm keeping it.
I might actually upload this to my YouTube channel. Because you're something that I've never seen before. And I think people would like to see you.
Yes, let me see you, please. I don't think we get to there. I think I've seen this video.
Yeah. I know, right?
How are you understanding these noises? You speak demon?
Honestly. You're just gonna keep doing this to me.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay.
So the static we're seeing on the side is actually the demon's eyes. It causes a choppy distortion on the camera. That's terrifying. Right there, that's his eyes. Right there, that is his freaking eyes. How many does he have? I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Does he have 11 eyes? Excuse me. No 11 demon eyes for me, please. Thank you. Freaking H.P. Lovecraft over here. Type monsters. Alright, so in the prologue, we have the Thrall story, which is basically the Rake attacks Roxy. Wade saves Roxy. Where's it? Wade? Yes. And then Keith helps nurse him back to health. They have a pretty close relationship. All right, and then Chapter 1, The Moon's Key. Chapter 1, Rapture, The Moon's Key is the first video. We'll be watching that tonight. Not sure. I've seen this one. Yeah, I thought the music played fine. Maybe not. I think it's kind of just showing how everything's building up on this one. Yeah, you know what? Let the music go. It's fine. We'll go with it.
Under the weight of a broken nose, it's not that simple, but he won't seem to notice.
So we still haven't really gotten into this too much. There's apparently some kind of tarot card configuration that can help them keep the world from ending, and it involves Roxy, Cody, it involves certain people playing certain key parts. Curious where that's going to go. Slenderman's the moon. So I guess the whole world reached has to come together to stop it.
Let's book a holiday. We're painting all the counties in blue. Cause we're already boring and we're already hoarding. What else have we got left to accrue? And the ramblers will say it's got a marvelous view, but they don't know how many lives it took. No, they'll never know what you knew. And we're so calm, but we're fucking scared. And we're so calm, but we're fucking scared.
Only two. Okay, pause real quick. Only 2 eyes? Yeah, that's a lie. He has 11. I'm sorry. No, nothing distorts that much.
Calm, but we're fucking scared. And we're so calm, but we're fucking scared of people like you. Under the weight of some sertraline, a couple Prozacs, and now I'm pumping dopamine. There must be more.
Yeah, no. Personally, I'm still sad about the whole ceramic cicadas thing, but it is what it is.
We've got a country house now. Old dog has been put down now. Oh, it's nice to be around tree. Custom license plate on our Audi R8. How many grocers does
Hope you all had a great weekend. I had a weird weekend, but I'm in a really good mood. I'm feeling really good today, so I'm pumped, ready for this.
one county?
The site is perfect. Thank you, Roxy, and thank you to those who contribute to the site. This is such a perfect way to keep on track of everything.
The ramblers will say, still a marvelous view. The treadmill still looms your hedonic misuse.
Definitely worth it.
So, come on, run it all and see the act with me. The rings and great dead souls that build a tapestry. I look to all of you and see a different fucking species. Aspiration for a different destination to me. Across the lines, thin blue line and knife in the wall. Would you something towards it all so admirable? It's up so high, my brain can't even look at the ball. When you bring to top,
I don't know. I kind of feel like they won't be able to save the world. Like, I don't feel like enough's going on to be able to fix it. I don't see how the symboling is going to help. Really don't. Anything at the end after credits? Anything at all? Nah. Okay. So the moon's key. So I guess they're making Slenderman important again. He's going to be the key to saving the world because he plays the part of the moon. The tall one, the master, whatever you want to refer to him as. All right, XKR, Battle of the Hallowed Hive Mind is what's next. And no, I have not read this. Luna's Journal, at least I don't think I have. This was on 10/28. So that was back in October 28th. I guess this last year. All right. A massive fight broke out at the chapel where all the fighters were staying. Holes housing the hallowed in the sky opened up. Myself and Spider were all... Okay, I need to know more about Spider for real. Is there a Spider page that I can go to get more info on Spider? Because there is not enough out there for Spider. If you're listening, Spider, we need more stuff. We need more Spider videos and info. Anyway, myself and Spider were already stationed there, ready to go when Marianne brought Drake over from her world to ours, alongside a bell. The fighting began shortly after, but Drake felt a bit out of place, seeing how she preferred to eat the grass than participate in the battle. We successfully defended the church and headed into a van towards Meridian. Drake sat next to me, and I gave her lots of pets. When we made it to Meridian, a huge group of thousands of hallowed appeared. We began fighting them when one inched toward Drake. I rang the bell. Marianne brought along, and Drake went into frenzy, swimming quickly towards one of the hallowed and enjoying a feast. Knowing that this may be our best chance of winning this battle, I rang the bell again a few more times while holding off the hallowed in my way. In another chat, Lucille came in and offered Drake a smorgasbord of hallowed flesh. Drake accepted, and Lucille rang a bell, different bells, hundreds of times. Drake went into a trance and enjoyed a huge meal of thousands of creatures alongside Spider, who had shifted into her werewolf form and was killing lots as well. I thought she was a vampire. She a vampire? She would liken that has many forms? I'm getting my lore mixed up. I need more on Spider. One of the hallowed was able to get a shot of Drake and cut her side up. She was oozing blood, so everyone rushed to her side as fast as we could to protect her. Almost as soon as it began, the fight ended. What? Mikey's here? The 14th Doctor was dead. Oh no. The 14th Doctor was dead after getting absolutely devastated by the crowd of zombies. I had killed a couple hundred myself. Roxy turned into a version of the Slenderman and destroyed the majority. Spider and Drake enjoyed a feast of mammoth proportions as well. We were all tired and wounded, but at the very end of this fight, we met a new demon named Abaddon. Her form was a young girl, having fun on a swing set, except she was 9 feet tall. She mocked the fighters and announced she was the cause of these holes in the sky. Just as soon as she arrived, she left and prepared for more fun in the future. So that was our first look into Abaddon. That's right, she's taken the form of a girl, isn't she? Which is honestly super creepy. Alright. Warning, there are flashing colors and loud noises in this video. This is the SCP Foundation. It's muted. Oops. This is on Church of the Raindrops. We have seen this one before, but need to watch it again just to get our head wrapped around it.
To put it simply, the
I'm sad that Mikey died, Roxy. Well, I'm glad to have you here anyway, Samantha. There's a lot of stories involving spiders, so... why can't she have her own story, though? Come on. Yeah, Mikey Lugo. Oh, well. Poor Mikey. One like away from 13.
This is the SCP Foundation. We are now publicizing ourselves to alert you that you are currently experiencing an XK-class scenario. To put it simply, the safety and sanctity of the entire world is at risk. To help protect and preserve the world as you know it, stay inside, lock all of your doors, and don't look at the holes in the sky.
This is Abaddon. Recently, reports of the sky turning red have increased significantly. Here's how to protect yourself and your family in these trying times. Key house. Stay inside. Lock yourself in. What about food? Make sure your doors are locked at all times. This music is so chill. It's hilarious. Always keep a loaded firearm on your person. Do not be afraid, nor hesitate to use it on your family or self. Oh, great. Lock yourself in and oh, that's awful. This seems like a trap. Inspect this sigil well. Okay. Doing Abaddon. If you see anyone brandishing this sigil, remain at least 5 meters away from them. Yeah, it's Abaddon. Thank you. Don't know why I read that out of order. Should have been obvious that it was Abaddon. Okay. So now we are, I think we've read the Harmonia story. Pretty sure. Let's see. Yes. This is where she's with Claire. Her and Claire share a very sweet moment together. Okay, there is a video, though. I should probably play. Open up a new tab. Let's head over there. Paste and go.
Lindor. Made to...
Yep, should probably open it up in Brave instead of Chrome, because Chrome has ads. Yeah. What do y'all think about Robert Pattinson playing Batman? I think it's stupid, but that's just me.
Eating my
Strawberry Mentos.
candy. You buy a pack in every store you're in. Stocking up on strawberry Mentos. So when you kiss me, it'll taste like them. Oh, you're so sweet that my teeth are gonna fall out.
No.
I'll get cavities in every single one. Taking weekly trips to my dentist.
Thinking about Harmonia and Claire and hearing this is making me get kind of weepy.
But I know that it's worth it because when I
Mikey, good to see you, man.
tasted strawberry Mentos, I knew you were the one. I've been searching for someone like you my whole life. So I
Right. He's a good actor, but it doesn't fit for Batman. It doesn't. I'm still going to see it. I've already got reserved tickets because my friend wanted to see it and I got it for his birthday, but yeah, that's going to be a fun review.
pick up black licorice from every candy aisle, and even though I hate the taste of it, I know that when I kiss you, it'll make you smile.
Okay. Question. If she's chewing black licorice and the other person's chewing strawberry Mentos, neither one is going to taste the candies they want to taste, and it's just going to end up being chaos. Just I hate to ruin the moment, but my logic is like, hello?
Oh, you're so sweet that my teeth are gonna fall out. I'll get cavities in every single one. Taking weekly trips to my dentist. But I know that it's worth it because when I tasted strawberry Mentos, I knew you were the one. I knew you were the one. You're deliberately kind. You make efforts to share your time. You're not afraid of your feelings, and you're not afraid of mine. I never knew love could be soft. I never knew love could be light. And now I'm so helplessly sugar high on you. On you.
Relax.
Oh, you're so sweet that my teeth are gonna fall out. I'll get cavities in every single one. Taking weekly trips to my dentist. But I know that it's worth it because when I tasted strawberry Mentos, when I tasted strawberry Mentos, when I tasted strawberry Mentos, I knew you were the one.
Okay, while we're listening to music, we're listening to music because it was part of the story. It is basically Claire and Harmonia's relationship before things went down there. Harmonia kind of had some things happen, which we'll probably get into tonight, but they had a relationship budding before things went crazy. All right, Luna's Journal, XKA, and that song just represented their relationship, so kind of to get the mindset of what their relationship was like. There was a moment where she bit her lip, and she's like a vampire thing. She tasted her blood, so it's kind of weird to say it that way, but it's kind of the same situation as the song. Anyway, the bells toll for Petrichor. Let me say Petrichor. A few days after the battle with the hive mind, we heard a bunch of bells and followed its sound into the city. We arrived in a neighborhood that seemed to be utterly destroyed as the sounds grew louder. There was a layer of distortion. There was a layer of distortion there which affected our vision as well. We pushed through the sounds and the distortion and arrived at a lone church in the middle of the destruction. The bells no longer tolled, but were replaced with 1930s-style swing music. Everyone except Drew, who was in his Power Rangers uniform, went in through the front door. We decided to climb up the building itself, hoping for a better vantage point. We entered the church, which was basically a nightclub with a bunch of weird creatures. On the stage was a singer wearing a plague doctor mask with dark red hair. She introduced herself as Petrichor, and the doors slammed behind us. A couple guys in the back glared at us, and Petrichor touched Sylvia's arm with her wouldn't-filling skin. The crowd roars after she hyped them up, and a nightmare got up and brandished his tentacles. Battle time. Aesop and Aaron argued over knives, which was met with Aesop's annoyance. Aesop said, "Literally die, Aaron. That's what I've got right now," which seemed to interest Petrichor. who then snapped Aaron's Achilles tendon and forced him to the floor. He gave me one of his katanas, which was like the knives from the last time. Aesop and I defended our fallen friends against Petrichor, who grew wings and was flying about like some kind of RPG boss battle. I slashed at the wings, when she was down by the ground, which was effective. An arm grew out of the wall, targeting Aaron, which broke some of his bones. I swung my dueling broadsword at the arm. It was enough to break him out, but the damage was done. He was in really bad shape. Petrichor continued on her attack, summoning blades and hitting Harmonia in the arm. After some time passed, Petrichor threw an energy wave and knocked us all back. Drew gave me a medkit, and I tried to stabilize and patch up Aaron's wounds. The ground became moist, and Petrichor summoned root-like tentacles to capture all of us separately. We all hacked away at the tentacles, using whatever we could, attempting to break through and deal more damage. Petrichor took enough damage and dropped at us, including Aaron. I caught him before he spat. I caught him before he splat. As if Aaron hadn't been harmed enough, thorns were poking out of his skin, tearing up his organs and limbs and infecting his wounds, leaving him inches from death. We tried to help, but it was ultimately too late. Either we mercy kill or allow Petrichor to land the final blow. Aaron decided to take his fate into his own hands with a knife, but Petrichor used the knife to finish the job. He was done. The tall man appeared and stole Aaron away from us, which angered Petrichor. In a fit of rage, Drew launched himself at her and attacked her with his suit tentacles, which caused massive damage. We continued to defend against whatever attacks were thrown at us, but Harmonia finally had enough. While Petrichor was down, Harmonia shot 6 point blank at the temple, ultimately finishing her off. The chapel we were in disappeared. In place of it was a hole, which we all jumped down without much thought. We landed and followed the tunnel toward the light, which came from a house. We entered the house and met with Pluvio, who was relaxing and watching old vines on loop. She told us where we were, the first circle of hell, near a town called Whitewall. Pluvio guided us to a hotel, which is where we relaxed for a week or two. Well, that was freaking intense. All right. That was about Tolls for Petrichor. Now we are on story number 2. Drew's a Power Ranger, like an actual Power Ranger? Like, how is that a thing? I'm reading in order, but I'm skipping the things I've already read. Yeah, like Roxy just said. I am behind on comments. Okay, I'm up to date now. All right, November 7th of 2021. The group had split up into several groups to share rooms at the hotel. Obviously, Claire and Harmonia got their own room. It's a normal hotel room. One large bed in the middle of the room, with a lamp on each side. There's a TV across from it, and a small mini-fridge and microwave. There's a door to the bathroom near the entrance, and there's a small table with chairs. Harmonia had just gotten out of the shower, in the same clothes as before since she didn't have a change. She sat down on the bed as she dried her hair and brushed it with her fingers. She looked over to where Claire was, but didn't say anything yet. However, it was clear she was thinking about something. Claire was sat on one of the chairs at the table, looking at her phone. She had earbuds in, and was presumably listening to music, as she scrolled through Instagram. She looked almost sad. There's no way to really describe it, just melancholy. "Hey, Claire," Harmonia said, to try and get her attention. Harmonia wasn't sure how loud Claire's music was. "Yes, darling." Claire pulled out her earbuds and looked at Harmonia. "Mind if I ask a hypothetical question?" Harmonia asked. Her arm just had a band-aid on it, since it wasn't really badly injured, and Harmonia's brown eyes were soft with thought and care. "Of course," Claire said, turning her body to face Harmonia. "If you could do anything, without worrying about demons or the end of the world or anything like that, what would you do? Like, what's your idea of a perfect life?" Harmonia took a deep breath in, as if trying to make sure that her words were coming out correctly as they lined up in her head. Claire thinks for a moment. Well, I'd like to live with you in a small cottage in the woods, and, we'd be happy together. We'd have a garden, and we'd watch bad movies, and... She pauses. I'm not sure after that. I'm not actually, used to being with someone like this. Harmonia smiles at her words. Me either, but I'd like that. Once we get out of hell, we could do that, if you'd want. I mean, of course we'd have to worry about the world ending, probably, and even if it does go back to normal, there's worries and struggles, and she cuts herself off. Harmonia didn't want to ruin this conversation, make it sour or morbid. I'm rambling, but I'd like to face the world with you. Demons are less terrifying when you're by my side. I feel the same, she says, grabbing Harmonia's hand. Her eyes are welling up with tears, but she doesn't want to show it. She laughs to herself and looks up at Harmonia again. Thank you for being here for me. Claire was trying to hide it, but Harmonia knew she was upset. She was trying to hide her own emotions. She brings Claire into a tight hug. Of course, I'm not going anywhere, okay? Harmonia tries to hold back her tears, wanting to comfort Claire. Claire hugs Harmonia back and breaks down into tears. She tries to say something, but can't. She doesn't know what she could say. Everything is so confusing right now. She misses when it was all simple. Harmonia just holds her. She doesn't ask what's wrong. She doesn't shush her or say that everything's going to be okay. Harmonia doesn't do anything except hold Claire with a silent promise that she wouldn't let go. She wouldn't leave her, and that she was listening if Claire needed an ear. Just punch me right in the feels, why don't you? Frick. Alright, XKP, the Rosebud. Ooh, now that's exciting. These Luna Journals are cool. I'm liking them. Giving us a lot of insight into what happened in between. Hey, Hailstone Productions. So let me turn on the campfire sound again. And I can try to fix the screen. It's gonna be a little bit cut off, probably, but I will do my best to make it readable for everyone. It's going to be a little bit small. Alright, yeah, it's going to be, like, not full screen because it's very stretched text, but it's all there now, so if y'all want to read along, you can. Sorry that I did not do that earlier. The bad movies thing, I know. Oh my gosh. Alright. The Rosebud. After a week of staying in hell, which was honestly comfy. The hotel lobby had Starbucks too. Of course there would be a Starbucks in hell. We set out alongside Pluvio towards Abaddon in the 9th circle. We entered a forest, which had a lot of weird sounds, and we were told to ready our weapons in case of an ambush. We continued to follow Pluvio and encountered a creature. A black mass with a white bird-like mask called a seed eater. Oh, seed eater's getting introduced. It's funny that I just got into cicadas. Or not cicadas, into noises below. Connects. Still got ceramic on the head. Alright. It wasn't friendly or attacked Claire immediately. We all attacked the seed eater simultaneously, dodging its attacks and doing as much damage as possible. At some point, it stopped being aggressive and swapped into defense position. Into self-defense. Oh my gosh, I'm Yu-Gi-Oh-ing right now. Okay, sorry about that. I'm going to read that again. At some point, it stopped being aggressive and swapped into self-defense. As its neck was cut, we changed our strategy from killing it to immobilizing it, trying to break its limbs. It was beheaded and went into a frenzy. After some time passed, the battle was won. We all brushed ourselves off and continued on our trek through the forest. We arrived in an open field, filled with various chapels and tall humanoid figures. We were told to not look at the chapels, to not pay attention to the chapels, and to focus our attention forward. Apparently entering one of the chapels will force us out of the group for a couple millennia. At the edge of the clearing, a field of distortion blocked our path. Pluvio was reminded that her companions are actually alive, and we might have issues surviving the distortion. Just look at it, And take a guess. Everything becomes nothing. And then you become her. And she becomes that tree over there. And then you all become everything and nothing at once in every which way. We were having difficulties understanding what that meant. But Pluvio pointed to me and said it's impossible I would turn into Harmonia. Taken apart and put back together with no guarantee we would be the same as before. We decided to take the risk and walk through it towards the second circle. We all got through it fine with no issues. When we exited, we were in some hallway with a single door. We entered it, and it was pitch dark inside, with a single light at the end of it. We carefully walked through it and felt various things slither and move around us. We noticed the light had changed slightly. It continued our way through the room. When we arrived, it was a computer screen, and someone was in front of it. The room lit up, and we were surrounded by a lot of computer monitors. It was the size of a standard warehouse. The person was a woman with sunglasses on with a pixie cut, wearing a white blouse with black pants. She had a smiley face pen and a name tag that read Rose. She was the one in charge of the Rosebud. Really? Well, that's interesting. The computer that controls dopamine levels and other aspects of the Rose pills. Her eyes were a deep shade of blue, which implies she's servanized by Lucille. We got into our battle stances and wanted to fight. Unfortunately, we were stopped by Claire, begging us not to attack her, or else she and the other Roses may die. We tried to get Claire away from Rose, but her mental state took a hit. She had a mental breakdown when she realized the body she inhabited wasn't hers. I'm not even a real person. I'm just a computer. Claire began to shake, her eyes cycling through black, white, and pink, and fell unconscious shortly after. A wire came down and attached to her hand. Harmonia, desperate for answers, screamed, asking what Rose did to Claire. Science C rated God. Showed her God, but be yourself. Live the life of your dreams. With her mind racing, Harmonia begged us for help. We dragged Claire out of the room, while a stock laugh track and many smileys on the monitors enraged us further. We were utterly helpless and had to retreat. When we escaped the room, we found ourselves in the Church of the God of Prophecy, our old home. We weren't sure if it was our actual home, so we investigated and learned it was, sure enough. Afterwards, we all went to Claire's cottage and relaxed there as a group until we were needed again. Let's get good. Alright, entry number 8 is a video. Going to mute the campfire sounds real quick. Whoop. Hollow Hemlocks. Oh, I'm not subscribed to this one. I found a new one. Haha. Set it to all notifications. Oh, it is not unmuted. Wait a second.
Hey, so, I'm about to call Roxanne Meadows from REM Sleep.
REM Sleep? You mean REM Sleep? Oh my gosh. I've never heard it called REM Sleep, and it's kind of making me mad. I'm not mad, but it's just like, hello? Yeah, Seed Eater does sound like a boxer. Yeah, what did... I remember Starbucks doing something bad, but I don't remember what it was, Phlox. But I knew what you're talking about. Alright, anyway.
And ask her a couple of questions. Because we both seem to have similar issues regarding this guy that's following me. So, yeah. Let's do it, shall we? It's ringing. Oh, is this Roxy?
Yeah, hey.
Hey, I just wanted to ask a couple of questions about this whole thing.
Yeah.
First question is, what fucks up with this guy, in the suit?
Okay, so that alone tells me you haven't been on the internet in the past 12 years. Have you ever heard of the Slenderman?
Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't really ring any major bells.
It's this urban legend about this tall, faceless guy in a suit, and like he stalks people.
That colo's red.
And he's
Stop.
tall and he doesn't have a
Oh!
face. I mean, sometimes he has a face.
Right.
Yeah, not what you saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a Dr. Pepper. Looks like a Dr. Pepper.
Fuck. Another major question, is this like the brunt of it, or is it gonna get like any worse?
Oh, it is absolutely gonna get worse. From what I've seen, you're only experiencing like the beginning bits of it.
Shit.
You know that stomach ulcer those doctors said you have?
Yeah.
Right, the ears. Oh.
That is not a stomach ulcer. That is a result of a sickness that the Slenderman causes.
Right. Fuck.
It gets worse. That is not as bad as it gets. My friend has actually found out a way to get a bit more immune to it, but I do not think your body can handle the quote-unquote vaccine yet.
Right. Okay, so there is a vaccine. My immune system just isn't strong enough.
Yeah, it's a vaccine, definitely. But
Begs the question, if you can make a vaccine, can you also make something to actually deal with the symptoms? Is there like a, not a preventative, but like a cure? Because if they can make vaccines, they could probably make a cure too. There we go. I was trying just lighting.
yeah, it's gonna get worse, over time.
Oh,
Okay.
It's on Blue Azaleas.
And you said that I can't, like, do any real physical harm?
I like Dr. Pepper a little bit, but I prefer Mr. Pibb. I'm one of those. But I don't drink a lot of soda anyway because I have irritable bowel. I have my entire life, and when I drink sodas, it's like drinking a laxative, and it always has been. So I drink them very rarely, and when I do, I don't drink a lot.
To him, and I'm guessing that means 9mm bullets wouldn't work?
No. Bullets are not gonna work unless they're like telekill bullets from
Damn.
Foundation or something, but I highly doubt you have access to those.
Shit. But you did say they could harm the guy that was in my house.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That guy just...
Okay, so the vaccine is basically just like, okay, Roxy says the vaccine is basically referring to Photo giving her a heavy dose of the sickness to make her immune system stronger against it. Yeah, that would be kind of intense.
That guy looks like a normal guy. Could pretty easily just pew pew.
Okay, so he's vulnerable.
Yeah.
So, do you know anything else about, like, you know, like this guy that could, you know, like, is apparently vulnerable and is just like a normal person?
I mean, oh yeah, there was this one guy on Twitter who actually mentioned you directly to me a couple of times. I don't fucking remember his name, but it was someone like Smiley, something.
Fuck.
Yeah, I told him about Power Rangers, and he seemed pretty into it.
Power
but
Rangers?
that's besides the point.
Hey,
He-
hey. The Power Rangers movie was actually pretty good. I saw it in theaters. It was actually pretty decent. The way they did Rita was very cool.
He seems pretty like adamant about you. Actually, let me get there for you.
Yay! Samantha, you're soda free. Happy to hear that. Congratulations.
Oh yeah, they said they were gonna has something came in the mail today, Jesse?
No. Not that I know of. I mean, my mailbox is down the hill, but
Did,
Like-
did something came in the mail today?
Someone's at my front door. Roxy, I gotta go.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Motherfuckers at my house?
Okay, so you just told me that you ordered something, and now you're mad that someone's at the door, which is it's probably the delivery guy, or that you were sent something. See, this is not how I react when I get a package in the mail, but to each their own, I guess.
Who's out here?
Got a package for Jesse. Just set it down carefully and back up.
There's
slowly.
anybody out here, I'm gonna fucking kill you!
I kind of hope it was just a delivery guy. At my house, right? That needs to be a meme. At my house, just different things. Oh, your package is here.
Did come in the mail today. Oh my god. Fuck.
It's just the weirdest reaction to getting a package in the mail. I understand the context, but it's still funny. Fuck, package in the mail. Oh, no.
Well,
Stupid
something
FedEx.
did come in the mail today. D's no.
Somebody really hates FedEx. I kind of want to see what's in it.
To kind of avoid my grandparents hearing about
Are you
all of
going to
this,
open it in this video?
due to the fact that they
Here we go.
for me the symbol he has for his profile picture.
Oh, go back a little bit. Missed something.
Smile for me, the symbol he has for his profile picture. Open me. I'm gonna have scans of literally everything uploaded to my Twitter. So, and then here is what was in it. A tin with a barn owl on the front.
Okay.
Inside the tin
Rose pill.
is a piece of paper with burnt edges
Okay.
and a 9mm bullet casing.
Okay.
The paper with the burnt edges
That's a lot of steps.
isn't
a
just a paper.
You couldn't just leave the note?
It's a fucking map.
Interesting. Oh, okay.
A child cold and scared. A drawing of the tall fucker. And just a circle. Creek Road. Fishing something. The way it looks is vaguely familiar. But I'm not 100% sure.
You should probably go find the child.
On the back, it says smile for me again.
Smile for me. That's photographer. But why?
Yeah.
At least I think it is, isn't it? No, smile for me is not photographer. I'm thinking of something else. He does say smile or something.
The symbol is scratched onto this casing. Very, very horribly. But these are the findings. Well, if anything comes to mind, you guys will be the first to know, since I really don't have anybody else to talk to.
Gotcha. We haven't watched all of Hemlocks. We'd add that to the list. We're subscribed now, so. Alright. Next is XKT, the Asmodius' Funhouse. Alright, let's scroll down so I know where I am at, just in case. Lunar Journal. Into Asmodius's farmhouse. Or funhouse, not farmhouse. I keep saying farmhouse. The fighters all arrived in some unknown world, and a blood-red carpet was rolled out to them. Drake followed us into the house where a TV was placed. It turned on and instructed us to get into groups of 3 and to choose a door between 1 and 6. Roxy, Drew, and Aesop took door 3. Spider, Harmonia, and Cole went to door 5. And Drake, Knight, and I took door 4. We entered our separate rooms in search of whatever Abaddon had in store for us. In door 4, we found a very lengthy hallway that was pretty well lit up until the very end. We all traveled together until we reached a part that was pitch dark. I tried to use my fully charged phone as a light source, but was promptly denied by a terrible luck and a faulty flash function. We continued to trek down the hall when a weird-looking face that looked demonic showed up. Suddenly, 2 claws sprouted from the darkness, and we had to dash back to the entrance. When we got close, the hallway stretched like a horror movie. We were successfully able to escape the Smiley Boy and into a room of fully green lights, a desk, a mirror, and a single TV. Someone played a lot of Danganronpa. Looked like it came out of V3. The TV turned on, and Ava Williams appeared alongside a tall one. She snapped her fingers, and the military men near her all began to kill one another, like it was the tragedy video from Danganronpa 3, the anime. I barely paid any attention, but at some point, we were told to create the mark of the beast. Unfortunately, the screen cut out and went to static. We were able to open the door behind us and went into a blue hallway to meet up with everyone else. Drake promptly turned into sugar due to overwhelming blue lights. We found a black door leading outside, which took us to a slab of rock in the middle of an ocean. There, Asmodius appeared, but Toshiba was able to fight off its grasp and shoot herself in the heart after an apology. We cried out in terror as her lifeless body sank into the water below. Just then, a new monster appeared. It was a red dragon with 7 heads, 10 horns, and 7 crowns on its heads, alongside some girl with a mark on her back. She proclaimed the rule of the earth for the dragon. The dragon then pointed to Sugar, and a voice that couldn't possibly come from her stated we would all gain the mark of the beast. We all got branded with a sigil of Abaddon on our right hands. Oh, Abaddon's that beast. Okay. We're going into some Abrahamic beliefs here. Okay. Afterwards, Lucille flew in on a helicopter and helped us all escape. She also rescued Toshiba's weak body and revived it with her powers and the rosebud. We were all teleported back to our place and greeted by Allie. She's pretty cool. There is so much going on right now. Alright, that was into Asmodius' Funhouse. Next is a Roxy story. I think we read this one. No, we have not. Okay, this was on November 19th of 2021 at 10:55 p.m. Claire sits under a tree near the lake behind her cottage. She's got a lantern and her phone is with her. She's listening to music and is crying a little bit. A breeze is felt near her. Normally, it would be due to the lake, but this is different. You can reveal yourself, Roxy. Roxy manifests next to Claire. She's wearing a gray hoodie and black jeans. You doing okay? Roxy asks, stuffing her hands into her pockets. I'm fine, thank you for asking. Claire looks down at her hands, which are shaking very slightly. You're scared, Roxy says, leaning back on the tree. I know that feeling anywhere. She scratches the back of her head. I'm scared too. World's ending. I think we're all scared. I'm scared for her, Roxy. Claire looks up at the curriculum, a tear running down her face. For Harmonia. What if something happens to me? I won't be able to protect her. She looks down, only to see her hands shaking more than before and her skirt wet with tears. Hey. Roxy crouches down to Claire, her eyes glowing purple. It's gonna be okay, Claire, I promise. She puts her hand on Claire's shoulder. I won't let anything happen to either of you, okay? Claire throws her arm around Roxy and breaks down sobbing. Okay, I guess we're doing this now. Hey, it's gonna be okay. She pats Claire's back. Don't worry, we're not gonna let this world end that easily. Claire tries to speak, but it all comes out scrambled and pretty much impossible to understand. She's really emotional right now. There, it's gonna be okay. Roxy's enjoying the hug. It's the most affection she's gotten in months. Even if she's not on the receiving end, it's only because Claire needs someone to hold on to her for now. It's like she's hugging an old friend. Claire lets go of the hug. Thank you, Roxy. I needed that, she says, looking back at the lake. Roxy stands back up and leans against the tree again. No prob. Roxy looks down at her phone. Jeez, would you look at the time? I gotta go, Claire. I'll see you around. And with that, she vanishes. I like the little D cut on there. We have read this one. I remembered it as we were reading it, but it's a short one, so no big deal. Proposition is the next in the timeline. Gonna need to hear this one. It's too free enigma.
Hey.
Huh? Josh, is that you?
Do you really think...
That sounded like me at first, didn't it? Hey, just hey, and then listen to this.
Hey.
That sounds like me.
Josh, is that you?
Hey.
Do you really think Josh would have made it here by himself?
Have you been taking your medicine? Are you alright?
No, he hasn't. Or at least he won't be anymore. I took care of that.
Well, if you're not Josh,
Excuse me?
then who are you?
Come on, new fish. Did you really forget about me?
Oh, crap. Sorry to hear that, Fox. I hope you're alright. Let me know if you need to talk. I'll have my DMs open. Have a good night, though, man. I hope everything's okay.
Wait. Bowie? But... Okay, can I talk to Josh? Can he...
No!
Well, then why are you here, Bowie?
We'll get to that in a second. Why don't you have a seat? So, can I get you anything? Soda? Beer?
Water sounds...
Water sounds... Oh, does the water sound blah 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 to you?
There you go. You want a cookie too?
Yes! Wait, grab sword.
Alright. Alright, new fish. Let's get down to business. You looked like you needed a little bit of help, so I generously stepped in.
Thank you, I really needed that.
Of course. What are friends for?
So... Am I free? I'm home?
Nope.
Not exactly.
What do you mean, not exactly?
Well, for starters, everything you see around you is because of me.
Glitches are cracking me up.
You aren't out of the woods yet, but technically you are while you're here. Think of it as a home away from home.
Okay, so... How do I get out then?
Tell you what, I've got a proposition for you.
Why does that not sound like a good thing?
Because you're
It really
making it
doesn't.
sound like a bad thing.
Okay, well, what makes it a good thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
That's
know,
it.
a little something called freedom and sanctuary.
That definitely sounds better than my current situation.
Excellent. Now, the only thing I ask of you is that you join me and my family back home.
Your family? What is your family?
Well, my family are my followers, and they are the lost ones who chose to be saved from the oncoming drought.
Sounds kind of like a cult to me.
My mind immediately went to, like, online followers. I'm like, your family is your followers? I'm so sorry that I realized that there's, like, a cult situation or a following, like, disciples. Oops.
We're not a cult, bozo. We're a family. In fact,
Yep.
I'm a
The
little
family,
insulted
huh?
that you would think I would do something that ridiculous. What do you take me for, a manipulator?
No,
Yes.
I'm just cautious.
Manipulator.
So, if I refuse to join your family, then what?
Well, I'm afraid I can't help.
Dead.
So, join or I'm stuck in this hellhole. Sounds like you're not giving me much of a choice.
Listen, man, I can't save those who
There's
don't want to be
always a
saved.
choice.
I'm not going to force you to join me. That wouldn't be very family-friendly. Alright. Tell you what, new fish. I'll give you a whole month to mull over the thought. That's 30 days to yourself. In the meantime, you can stay here, you'll have food, you'll have water, electricity, and a kick-ass internet connection because I like you.
Fine.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds somewhat agreeable.
Fantastic. But do remember that your decision dictates whether you get out of here or not. Again, I'm not going to be able to save you if you don't let me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Oh, and one more thing.
What's this for?
Fun, obviously. Anyways, man, I gotta get going. It was nice talking to you. Maybe next time we can meet up for lunch. See you in 30 days.
Light mode again. Whoops, not what I meant to do. I was trying to turn it off of light mode.
Hey, Bowie, what's up?
You ever heard of knocking?
Yes, I have, actually, but, I need your help.
Yay.
Can't. Busy.
The fuck do you mean you're busy? You're sitting on the couch eating chips. What the hell?
Personal things.
Is he eating chips?
Yes, the scary almighty Bowie has personal things he must attend to.
Bowie, yeah, that's right.
Listen, Roxanne, I like you. You're a good kid.
No, I'm not.
Right? But I've got things I'm dealing with, too. It's not all about you, as much as you want it to be. But just a little busy right now.
I don't even know why I asked you for help.
Nolan?
No, I don't want one.
Anyway.
Jesus fucking
Anyways,
Christ.
I'm sorry. I really am. I wish I could help you. But my hands are tied.
Okay. Trying to figure out how that ties into everything else. Huh. Alright. And now we're on 4, which is a story. Now that one I don't think I've read. I think it's another one of the Luna diaries. Maybe this will kind of connect everything and make more sense. Alright, so this ties into Re, Rem, and RE. Whatever RE is. Yeah, I haven't read this one. November 24th of 2021. Yeah, Roxy always gets a short end of the stick. I feel bad for Roxy. This is Luna's Journal, entry 1245. Rem Re, Abaddon's Adventure. 11/24. Credit to Liv for the help. Alright, short version. Abaddon came back and forced Drake to feel like crap because it's funny to them. Re offered to kill Abaddon, but didn't last long, seeing how the Risen was... Oh, wait a second. Something just clicked in my mind. This maybe should have been obvious, but... Okay, it might not be something I can say yet, but something about Roxy and Abaddon and the devil and all of these cards kind of connected in my mind into one thing. I'll talk about that later, because I don't know if I should be talking about that yet. I have an interview with Abaddon. I think I'm going to wait till after the interview with Abaddon to get into this theory, because the next investigation update video thing like I did for Photo is going to be on REM sleep, and I think I'm going to give that theory then, but something just clicked there for some reason. Anyway, back to it. Let's see. We got Sugar Lance out and tried to curb the triggering, but that only made things harder because she'll only listen to Lucille. As Sugar has her nightmare powers under control, she teleports back to Harlow's only to leave once again in search of her master, Lucille. After a bunch of green, Drake popped back out, lost in the forest. We asked Ace for assistance since he has the Datters hub. We're in the we are in the Datters, which is the virtual thing from Pyrites. We're in the Pyrites universe now. We asked Ace for assistance since he has the Datters hub on hand, and he was able to give us specific coordinates, and also the fact that Drake was in Wicked Woods. We continued to fight for Drake in her mind, attempting to wake Drake up from his terrible dreamlike state she was forced into. None of the emotions she was feeling were real. Namu joined the battle and continued to protect and fight for Drake. She said a prayer in the Ubichi tongue, as well as release Drake of all burdens. The forces of the cosmos are aligned. They will free Drake from all harm and torment. They will bless Drake's mind and spirit. They will shield Drake from all evil. They will bring peace and love. The very essence of all love and goodness shall surround Drake, and Drake will be free from all burdens. As we continued to fight on, Abaddon started to lose hope and after a while gave up. It was almost like a gigantic RPG fight. Heroes and friends coming together from many worlds to fight for a friend. Abaddon finally ended its trials and left us. Drake became a lot stronger because of this, and was reminded that the entirety of the Risen, the Marked, and the XK fighters loved her. After it was all over, we had dinner together in the form of BW3 chicken wings and celebrated a victory, even if it was a temporary one. Oh, and because it was technically Thanksgiving at this point, Lucille gave us a gift in a dead turkey nailed to the door. Seeing the dead bird shook Drake to her core and scared her. Lucille tried to fix it by making the dead turkey dance, but it only served to scare Drake further. After some more time, this is crazy, we were able to get Drake to go to sleep. Okay, madness. Let's turn on the campfire again. Harmonia ran downstairs. She was wearing a black tank top and black leggings with sneakers. She had knives in her pockets and a gun holstered on her belt, as well as a shotgun on her back. Her long hair wasn't done up, and she wore a black glove with the fingers cut off of her right hand. She looked exhausted, but happy. She was just happy that everyone was alive and mostly okay. Claire sitting in a recliner next to the fire reading a book. She looks up to see Harmonia. I don't want to fire. She looks up to see Harmonia and she smiles. "Hello, dear," Claire says. Harmonia takes off the shotgun and basically jumps into Claire's lap, hugging her tightly, as if she were afraid Claire would fade away at any moment. She tries to hold the tears in. "I'm so happy you're okay." "Of course I'm okay," she says, patting Harmonia's head. "What happened? You seem upset." "It's just freaking Abaddon. It threatened you and Allie and just said terrible things to me. Like that I'm becoming my mom and that you hated me and..." She trailed off and bit her lip. I'm sorry. I'm okay, I don't know." Harmonia looks away and looks down sheepishly at her hands. Claire hugs Harmonia closer. "Don't worry. It'll all be okay." For a second, a tiny bit of Abaddon's voice could be heard in Claire's. Or was it just Harmonia's mind playing tricks on her? Harmonia hugged back. Paranoia filled her mind. She tried to push it down. She wouldn't let Abaddon make her distrust her own girlfriend. I love you. I love you too, Harmonia." Claire could feel Harmonia's fear, though sometimes it's best to pretend it's not there at all. It made me feel like needles were poking into me. It knew, and it made itself look like you, then made it look like you were bleeding, and... Harmonia teared up. She knew she probably couldn't tell Claire all of that. She didn't want Claire to worry, but she wanted to get it out of her head. Claire just holds Harmonia, comforting her while staring out the window. The moon stares right back at her. Harmonia doesn't notice. Harmonia just hugs her for a few minutes before pulling away and wiping her eyes. You know, I wanted to surprise you. I cleaned the house and stuff. I was going to make you something, but then, you know." She laughs nervously, fiddling with her glove. "You don't need to do anything special for me, darling. Just be there," she says quietly. Her eyelids seem to be fighting to stay open. The moon watches from afar. Harmonia tucks Claire's hair behind her ear and kisses her forehead, then her lips. She sets her forehead on Claire's. "We can go to bed now, love. I think I might be able to sleep if you're there." "I'd like that," Claire whispers. Harmonia gets up, grabbing her shotgun, then extending her hand to Claire's to take. She takes Harmonia's hand and gets up, moving toward the stairs. Harmonia helps her up them, leading her to bed with a yawn. Why do I have a feeling something bad's about to happen? That did not seem... I don't know. There's a looming death in the air, I feel like, and I don't like it. I don't think I've... No, I have not read this one. All right, Luna's Journal, XKU, Airships, Antics. This was on November 28th. Cracks of thunder and a deep whirring sound could be heard from the sky. We all went outside to investigate. Rain began to fall, and a mechanical claw picked up Claire and took her into the sky. I complained about it, saying it was like some weird Dr. Wily crap. Something else broke the sky, and we saw what looked like our friend. We saw what took our friend, an airship with an evil laugh playing through its speakers. We all traveled up the skyship and encountered our first fight of the day. Aboard the airship was a dastardly fellow, wearing a funky suit and a top hat with golden goggles atop it. His mustache was swirly as Dr. Eggman, and he's holding a cane. Behind him was Claire, curled up in a Mario-esque cage. Harmonia, being the bad butt she was, decided to skip over all of this dude's evil monologue, and one-tapped him with her gun. Boom, headshot. Knight decapitated the man, and Claire was saved from the cage. Claire was safe, but something was amiss. Her eye was bleeding, and quickly turned back upon contact with her hand. We decided to go back home together. For some reason, as if the sun vanished, the lights all went out, and we found ourselves in a black stoned hallway with 3 thrones at the very end of it. Lots of doors lined the hallway, and loud noises could be heard coming from them. We sprinted down the hall together and arrived at the thrones. As if on cue, Drake joined us in the hall with a confused expression. A few of us sat in the thrones, and Drew poured holy water on one of them, only to get bitch-slapped by Tendril on the ground. After some time, we decided to split up and investigate the various routes through the place. Harmonia, Drake, Spider, and I took the back door. Chris, Knight, Cole, Photo, and Aesop took the yellow door, and Drew, marching to his own beat of his own drum, took some black paint and painted the red door black, then went through it. Okay, where'd you get the black paint? The heck? I don't remember them finding paint. Anyway, inside the black door, we found some weird hallway with moist yellow carpeting and the low hum of fluorescent bulbs, almost like the back rooms from internet lore. We continued on into another room with a chair and 2 doors. I flipped a coin, and it landed on heads for the left door. It was a dead end, so we went to the other door. In this room, there were 5 doors to pick from. We chose the leftmost door and arrived in an abandoned mall. We walked through the mall and came across the food court with a ball pit. Harmonia jumped in it and disappeared. Spider, Drake, and I followed in pursuit. We arrived in a room with tilted floors and a pool filled with water. We all jumped in, though I was a bit uncomfortable with getting wet. After some fun, we left through the door on the far side of the room and went into an arcade. Another door. We found ourselves in a school gymnasium. Another set of doors into a school foyer. We went. And then through those doors, we found ourselves outside. The grass was black, and the sky was blood red. Our moods were less than positive at this point, and we began fighting amongst ourselves. Afterwards, we continued pushing forward, and made it to a forest. It started raining, and a dense fog set in. Continuing forward, we arrived at another clearing, this time with normal grass and a hill. There was also an entity with 2 glowing eyes in the sky. It came down, and we were able to better understand what it was. A tall, thin figure in a cloak. It's like the Grim Reaper. It watched us. Drake and Harmonia stared in its eyes. As Drake is a nightmare, sickness cannot spread to her. Harmonia wasn't so lucky and began coughing. Drake got closer and gave the figure a hug. After that, we followed the figure through the woods and arrived at one more door. A black one. Upon entering, Drew was already in the hall, so we waited for everyone else to arrive. We described our adventure to Drew and relaxed for a bit. Drew's adventures was much shorter, and he got to graffiti a water tower. Lucky bastard. Just then, the Yellow Door group entered the hall and told us that they were held up by Abaddon. They told us the Claire from before wasn't Claire at all, but instead Abaddon in disguise. Abaddon appeared on the throne, marked with its seal. Instead of attacking head-on, it subjected us to the worst fear. Well, not exactly. Most everyone got their worst fear. I've got a freaking cucumber. Which is okay, I admit, scared me initially until I took a deep breath and actually touched it. It was harmless. And in fact, I learned that cucumbers are just pickles. Something I love. After some more time, thinking it over, and taking some deep breaths, I faced my fears and broke through Abaddon's spell. Thankfully, I wasn't the only one who broke, though. Chris, Knight, and I focused our attention on helping everyone else get past their traumas. Most are able to break through with help and hugs, and Drake was especially resistant. Turns out seeing everyone call you the worst girl and watching Harlow decay in front of her is insanely effective and can break even the most positive people. I had an idea on how to break Drake from her prison. I went into Drake's mind and asked Terminal for help with her. Terminal accepted and began fighting alongside us internally, trying to break Drake free from the torment. After some time passed, it worked perfectly. Drake was awake and released. We all gave her a big hug, thankful for the ending of that nightmare. Unfortunately, Abaddon is extremely devious. She entered Drake's mind herself and continued to assault on her psyche, doing whatever she could to extend her hold. And that's when I had a terrible idea that, in hindsight, was pretty much the worst play possible. I summoned Sugar Lance to the front of her mind. Sugar Lance is highly resistant to triggers, and I thought she'd fight for us. Unfortunately, I underestimated Abaddon, for even she's able to affect Sugar's mind and force her to attack us with nightmare powers. Knowing what was going to happen, we instinctively pulled out our weapons and fought against Sugar at her maximum power. We began loading attacks upon Sugar, but they were ineffective. A tentacle attempted to strike me, but I was able to dodge with skill. I ran in and sliced one of the tentacles off. Unfortunately, being in close quarters fight meant entities are able to strike back easier. A tentacle wrapped around my neck, and Knight's as well. I tried to fight it off, even going as far as chomping at it, but it didn't work. A frigid cold feeling enveloped my throat, which made it difficult to breathe. Cole raised the max temperature higher and hugged Nightmare's Sugar, attempting to fight ice with heat, dealing as much damage as possible. Sugar took heavy damage from this fight, even coughing up blood. Cole went in to heal Sugar, but I stopped him, worried that healing her would only cause the fight to continue. Cole dressed her wounds instead and gave her a blanket to try and warm up. The blanket caught fire, however, and Sugar's temperature reached lower levels than we ever experienced. We've reached phase 2. Once again, my throat was wrapped with a freezing cold tentacle, which stopped me from breathing. That said, the Risen are more than just the fighters. Many people came in to help, spamming her with green to snap her out of the state. We tried to fight back ourselves, overwhelming her with as much green as possible to bring back Drake and put an end to the nightmarish boss fight. Abaddon gave Photo permission to let us escape. Abaddon gave Photo permission to let us escape, saying her fun was spoiled. Photo, how's he involved? Interesting. We all arrived back at Harmonia's house. We went to sleep. Okay, how is Photo getting involved with this? Now I am a little bit confused. So I guess Photo was trying to get him out the whole time, and that Abaddon allowed it? Interesting. Okay, next is Namu. Don't think we've read this one. Why is the Destroyer a link? I don't remember. Have we read this one? Let's see. I don't think so. But I'm curious what the Destroyer is. Apparently the Destroyer... Yeah. Destroyer is a, I Can Make You Care video. It is let's read it real quick. May tell how he's involved. So this all happened at the same time. I can be the spread. The other photographer is an old hat now. Just an amalgamation of thousands of crybabies screaming for their friends back. He's too set in his ways. Too far in the game. A boyfriend? A military director? That's not who serves my lord. I can control these worlds and I can do it better. I have gathered dozens of nightmares to serve under me. I have powerful friends. Oh, he's friends with Abaddon. Holy crap. It's Yodo. Oh, frick. That's what Yodo's doing. Okay. I have powerful friends. Abaddon, the Destroyer, capable of annihilating entire worlds. My team is not complete, but it's worthy. I will prove myself to Lifemare. Fear me. That's bad. And there's also a Twitter link that I will click real quick. It's just, it's Yodo's, Jodo's Twitter. I will follow it. That is going to be interesting. Let's see what he said so far. A new religion. So impressionable. We can make some widows cry. Can even play our own demise. Weird. Yeah, we'll get into that later. I'm seductive and dangerous. I'm liking that one. Okay. So I don't think we read this one yet. Let's go ahead. Yeah, it's a lot. Grab some to eat, for sure. Yeah, this is a long one. Or are you talking about this in general? Because there's a lot going on here. And I thought I might have read this, but I couldn't remember. Let me just quickly scan it. Remind myself what's going on. Yeah, I've read this one. Okay, yep. Okay. Read Namu, and I've read, So in the Namu one, Namu is just Paris, and they're all kind of like making... I think she did? Let's see. Yeah, this is where they meet Luna. Okay, okay, that's what happens in that one. Alright. We've read Cole. Yeah, I remember the Cole one. A little bit. Let's refresh real quick. Okay, just talking about Terminal and, let's see. Do that next time. Yeah, it's where the mirror exploded. Okay. Yeah, it's just kind of like chatting with Luna. Okay. The next video is My Door Broke. That's an interesting video. Oh. Okay, this is not what I was expecting. And Toshiba Stevens, it's a channel I'm not subscribed to. Yay, found another one. My Door Broke is not about a door at all. Warm Nights, apparently. It's the song. Oh, there was some text I missed when I was reading the comments. Okay, so it says, I'm just going to kind of skim through. Just woke up. Just wanted to go for a walk. But my door is broken! It actually is about a door. That's funny. I'm gonna have to take this jacket off. It is getting hot in this room. Are you an angel? Yes, yes, or yes. Excuse me? And why the Windows XP? Didn't mean to break it. Toshiba's having a glitch or something. I'll just go back to sleep. Prefer being awake anyways. Prefer to being awake. I don't think I prefer being asleep, but... Everyone hates you! Cry? Wait. What? Is it I do... What was the options? I do, cry, or eat. Does that say I do? It's blurry. I don't know. Is it kind of like a robot person or a not completed person? That one's a little different. Glad we found that channel, though. I'm interested to see what else is on there. We'll check it out later. Stuck in a Room. Is it the same channel? Looks like it. Yep. Another Toshiba video. Stuck in a room. Looks like you're stuck in, like, space. All those lights. Toshiba music is interesting. Not sure what's going on here in Toshiba. kind of show the room, I guess. Kind of give you the atmosphere that she's stuck in a room, not really able to escape. There's a bunch of wiring everywhere. I guess it's the TV wiring. Or just where she was been this whole time. There's an old payphone. Making a call. Okay. Next is Naomi, and this is a story. I think we've read this one. I'm going to check. Yeah, this is this is the one that was in that newer video. I was kind of going over it. I kind of want to read it though because it's funny. Yeah, let's read it. December 7th of 2021. Cole, Spider, Roxy, and Harmonia arrive in a very clean white hallway with signs that have various numbers, symbols, and colors. The lights are fairly dim, and no one is around, it seems. Looks like the ward, Roxy says. Why is it so quiet? Spider says, looking around. It's been abandoned, I think, Cole says. Would they do that? Seems a bit weird, Spider replies. So, get the info and run? Harmonia cocks her gun, ready for anything. Just follow me. Cole throws an MP5 from his jacket and walks down the hall. I'm gonna steal an SCP, Roxy whispers, walking along. I'm gonna steal an SCP. Roxy, no, Spider whispers back. Roxy, yes. Roxy, no, or I'll try one of those darts on you. Spider whispers a tad bit louder. Roxy makes a small eep noise. 3 purple-skinned women appear. They are 5'10", 150 pounds, with flamethrower hands, tank treads for feet, and a small supply of McDonald's Happy Meals. They include both boy and girl toys. The death machines are here, Cole smiles. What? Spider asks, confused as all heck. Oh my god, that's so cool, Roxy yells. I'll explain later, Cole sighs, as Roxy bounces on her toes. Hello, we are Naomi, the woman speaks. Harmonia stares. Cole is our father, says Naomi. Who's the mother, Cole? Roxy stares directly into Cole's eyes. Can I kill one? Spider asks, probably not jokingly. If you kill one, you will not receive a replacement, says Naomi. Naomi, go kill our guards. Naomi, go kill any guards, Cole sighs, ignoring the corruptorlum sister's questions. Naomi scans for guards. Scanning for guards. Cole? Where did we go to get the info? Harmonia sighs. Should be in Gerald's office, Cole replies. Who is Gerald? Roxy asks. Somehow literally speaking the skull emoji. So she says, who is Gerald? Skull emoji. Like an anime character over here. Gerald sounds hot, Naomi giggles. Nobody named Gerald is hot, Naomi. Roxy yawns. The group stops at a door marked Dr. Gerald. Log updated. Is it not too late? It's not too late to bow out, Spider groans. No, Cole replies, readying his gun just in case. Gerald must be converted into matter, right, Father? Naomi asks. What the actual crap? Roxy says, actually saying LAMO out loud like a dweeb. No, he is long dead, Naomi, Cole replies. Do his bones remain? No, he groans. Should we just go in? Harmonia sighs, walking to the door and prepping her gun. Cole jiggles the door handle. It's locked. He curses under his breath. Would you like for me to attempt to open it? Naomi smiles. Nah, I got it, Cole says as he kicks the door in off its frame. Father is amazing, Naomi giggles. Thanks, I guess. Now let's look for that document. Cole, who's the baby mama? Harmonia teases as she starts looking through files. I am gay, Harmonia. There is no mother. Yes, because that's how biology works, Spider draws. Roxy sits on the desk. She takes out her phone and takes a selfie. Harmonia. Harmonia. The mother is converted matter. Brought to you by Soul Corp and sponsored by Lavender Concepts. Naomi explains enthusiastically. That's nice, says Cole. That's good, Naomi, Roxy says, not looking up from her phone. Oh, well, have fun? Harmonia looks for relevant files. Sarcasm detected. Harmonia finds a document labeled The Metal Bones and Organs Experiment and takes it out of the filing cabinet. I think I found something, she says. Scanning document. Warning, guards approaching, Naomi says loudly. Okay, kill them, Cole nonchalantly replies. Do not let them get close. Okay. The purple powder puff Naomi's leave the room. Spider draws her knife out and waits by the door. Harmonia. What was that document labeled? Cole asks. Harmonia shows him the document, and he reads it. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Roxy lays down on the desk she's sitting on, and the purple powder puffs return, covered in melted muscle and organs. Nice, Cole says, looking at Naomi. This is just like Among Us, guys. Roxy chuckles at the sight. More may come. We should leave soon, says Naomi. Yeah, we have the document. Let's get out of here, Cole sighs. Well, this was eventful, Spider says. Spider, we're only here for info, Cole replies. Would you like for us to remain and self-destruct? Naomi asks. Search the halls and kill more guards. Okay, would you like another Happy Meal? Naomi asks. Okay, so now we find the girl and her caretaker. Harmony takes a deep breath. Yeah, I'm assuming so. Cole shrugs. The purple powder puffs speak numbers in unison. They are coordinates. 43.8701244 negative 91.1985791. Coordinates, huh? Cole sighs. Cole, are you logging them? Harmonia asks. Cole notes the coordinates in his phone. Take good care of Blanca. Oh, take good care of Blanca. Naomi smiles. I will, replies Harmonia. The Naomis leave the room to search for more guards. Has this Blanca girl ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? Roxy asks, getting up off the desk. Cole, will you teleport us to the coordinate? Harmonia asks. Sure, but now I want a Pop-Tart. Cole chuckles. Me too, Roxy says. Alright, well, we'll get some Pop-Tarts on our way back then. Harmonia cracks her knuckles and extends her hand to Cole. Hell yeah, Pop-Tarts, Cole says, taking Harmonia's hand. They all teleport to the location, in Applebee's, in Onalaska, Wisconsin. Who goes to Wisconsin? Holy crap, this is the Applebee's Nolan Haunted was talking about. Harmonia yells the second they arrive. Why are we at an Applebee's? Cole groans in disgust. My favorite! Let's check the bathroom! Roxy waltzes to the bathroom and opens up the second stall. There's a severed head in the toilet. God, why did the coordinates lead here? Cole sighs. I think this is where Blanca is. I'm assuming we were just looking around. Harmonia shrugs. Roxy returns from the bathroom and walks up to an employee. I'm gonna order the apples and the bees, she says, smugly. Cole slugs Roxy in the face. Shut up, Roxy, he says, as Roxy emits a pain noise. Cole searches the place for the girl. At the corner booth, a very thin, very pale little girl is seated, as well as a man and woman in business suits. They are sharing a plate of Cheetos boneless wings. Harmonia ignores Roxy and Cole's antics and approaches the girl and her caretakers. Blanca? She asks, as Spider joins her. Both the adults turn their attention to the group and stand. Can I help you? The man asks. Cole and Roxy stroll over to the table. My name is Harmonia. Lavender said you needed a place to stay? Lavender. Lavender spoke to you? Isn't lavender a color? Cole says, confused. Yes, she did, Harmonia nods. She's about 5'5" and slender but muscular. She wears a handgun and a shotgun, and her knuckles are bandaged as if she was in a fight. However, they're clean. Y'all want to try some nasty, half-thought-through chicken? The little girl asks, smiling and waving. God, no, Cole replies. No, thank you, Harmonia looks at the chicken, smiling. I would love to, Roxy swipes a piece of the chicken and downs it in one foul swoop. The woman gives her a harsh look, and the girl lowers her head. I've had worse, Spider chimes in. They are telling the truth, the woman whispers something. I have what you have been looking for, Cole says, revealing the folder in his hand. The man reluctantly takes the folder. Harmonia patiently waits, standing in the front of their booth. Cole puts his MP5 away in his coat. Spider watches Harmonia and the girl, knife still in her hand. The little girl slides out from behind the two guardians and offers Harmonia her hand. Hi, my name is Blanca. Are you a color? I'm not. My name's Harmonia. It's nice to meet you, Miss Blanca. Harmonia smiles at the girl and takes her hand. Oh. The girl runs and hides behind her guardians. I can be red, I can be yellow, I can be blue, I can be purple, I can be pink, I can be green, or Roxy whispers the song from the video of a grown man with paint on his face. The girl giggles at Roxy's song. Sorry? Harmonia stands back embarrassed. Spider just watches, looking bored. Cole is leaning against the wall. Lavender tells me you are offering sanctuary. I suppose we must comply. The man addresses Harmonia. The woman gives Cole a strange look. What are you looking at? Cole quips. Wait. Spider gestures to the kid. They're coming back to the house? Oh, you don't have to. It's just an offer. I just don't want to leave the kid out there in this hellscape without trying to help. Harmonia turns to Spider. If they want to, they're from a different veil. I can't just leave them out in the cold when we have options. She pauses and turns back to the Naomis. If you don't want to stay with me, I know plenty of empty houses you can use. Spider doesn't say anything, instead starting to fiddle with her knife. The child and I will stay with you. Blanca will lodge at another location, the woman replies. Like the house isn't crowded enough already, Spider sighs. I'll figure it out, Harmonia says, looking to Spider. The little girl smiles at Spider and says quietly, I like your knife. Thanks? For warning that my place is really crowded and chaotic, Harmonia says to the group, laughing nervously. It's not that bad, Cole says, fiddling with a pistol in his pocket. I would have the child stay with Blanco, but she doesn't do well alone. Being with Blanco is more or less being alone, says the woman. The man doesn't react, aside from grabbing a piece of the trash chicken. I see, Spider says. I have a question, though. Who the hell are you two? Harmonia looks between the two and Spider. We are the child's guardians. Great, and we should care about you all. Why? Doesn't she have a name? Why are you referring to her that way? Harmonia asks. Hey, Cole. Roxy nudges Cole slightly and whispers, There's a severed head in the bathroom. Oh, freak yeah! Free skull! Cole yells, sprinting to the bathroom. If you don't want to help, we will move along, says the woman. I want a reason as to why we should help you, Spider replies. Could I play with your knife sometime? Asks the girl. No. I don't want to leave the child out there, Harmonia sighs. All right, you help us help Blanca, and we'll give you a portal access to Lavender. She has already proven that she is capable of. We have been updated, says the man. I see. Spider's grip on her knife tightens. Cole returns to the bathroom, putting a skull in his backpack. So, are we done here, or... Cole asks, leaning against the wall. Yeah, can you all teleport them home? I'll set something up in the basement for them, Harmonia asks. No, Spider replies. Roxy, you do it. Cole looks to Roxy. I'm going to chat with a severed head. She walks to the bathroom. Already skinned it. It's my skull now. It always comes back, Roxy yells in reply. Now in the bathroom. Blanca shifts on her heels a few times, getting anxious. Roxy returns from the bathroom a few seconds later, though virtually unnoticed. So who's teleporting them back, Cole asks. Cole, can you? Harmonia sighs, rubbing her temples. We don't need to cause controversy for your group. We will find another place to stay, says the man. No, it's fine, Cole says, as Roxy snaps, teleporting the group to Harmonia's house. And that is the end of that one. Alright, A is a video. I think this is the newest I Can Make You Care video, I think. Yeah, it is. Or a newer one. I don't think it's the newest, but a newer one. Why is it not liked? Excuse me. Yeah, this is the one about the spread. Yep, this one we read a minute ago. Alright. Ring Ring is next. It's another video.
Hey,
Claire.
Claire.
Toshiba. The phone.
No, you're not at your phone right now, but I wanted to.
Whoa, Roxy, there's a dead drop of those cords, like, still? Like, if I went there now, the thing is still there. Oh my gosh, I gotta go find that. It's probably the severed head. Just gonna say.
Tell you that I'm sorry. I'm sorry about what happened on Wednesday. I think it was. Yeah, it was Wednesday.
See, Samantha, Pop-Tarts are kind of dry. That's why you put butter on them.
I wanted to say I'm really sorry about what happened on Wednesday. I don't know what you saw, but
I saw a flash when I saw.
I don't know what
All your fault.
I don't know what you saw, but if it was anything like what I saw, then I'm really sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's all I really wanted to say. Bye.
Okay. Slightly awkward. Okay, Blossom. I'm pretty sure we've read Blossom. Yeah, that's where Blossom kind of becomes. I think I read this. Have I read this one yet, Roxy? I think it's where Blossom and Lucille start working together, kind of become a couple. Pretty sure. Yeah, she was climbing in the window, spying on her. Yeah, I read that one. Lucille story. Yeah, oh my gosh, Samantha, you have to try butter on a Pop-Tart. Oh my gosh. You have to. Alright, looks like there's going to be a few stories. I'm going to go ahead and turn the campfire song back on. Or campfire sounds. Alright, we read Lucille. I'm pretty sure that was the continuation. Sort of seat. Yeah. Kind of just integrating everyone into the, kind of the cult situation in the church with Lucille. And Lucille kind of freaks out, starts using her tentacles and attacking people. Alright, in Terminal, I think we've also read Terminal. Yeah, that's where Terminal was having like a panic attack. And jumped out the window and Harmonia went with her. Spider Story. Yeah, we've read Spider Story as well. You get a quick review. I don't remember exactly what happened there. It's a long one. Yeah, that's where they were singing the Christmas songs out in the wild. Out in the walk. Harmonia. And Terminal. Yeah, we've read that one. And Terminal calm down, singing with her. Or singing with them. Now, Servant. I'm not sure if we've read Servant. Yeah, we have. I don't know. I don't know if we've read Servant or not. This doesn't really seem familiar. Any flavor recommendations? Strawberry Pop-Tart with butter is really good. And the brown sugar Pop-Tart with butter is really good. The chocolate ones are okay with butter. But the strawberry ones are the best with butter. If you're going to do butter. Blossom is still in Terminal. Yeah. I can't remember if we've read Servant or not. I don't. It doesn't seem familiar. Let's go ahead and read it. It's not that long. Okay. Terminal walks through the woods barefoot. His white webbed wings are relaxed for once, peeking out from under his cloak and brushing the forest floor as he walks. His cloak is covered in bloodstains. The hood of his cloak, covering most of his sight, so that he wouldn't see anyone's face. His gray skin displays large, scale-like tears along his neck. He hangs his head, lost in thought from being unable to help anyone no matter how hard he tried. He isn't sure when and even if he should head back to Harmonia's house. A figure lurks around in the distance, closely watching Terminal as he walks. Her presence causes some ringing in Terminal's ears, but it's not very noticeable. Terminal continues to walk. With a grumble, he mumbles to himself, "God, I can't do anything right." "Do you want to change that?" says a voice from behind Terminal. Terminal stops in his tracks, whipping his head around to see who spoke. A young lady stands there. Terminal is unable to see exactly who it is, though. Hello there, dear?" he curiously says. "Hi," says the girl. "You said you wanted to do things right, correct?" Well, yeah, I just keep making everything worse lately." "I can help you become better, if you want." "I don't think that's really possible, love. Things are a bit complicated." He keeps his gaze to the ground in thought. "Hey," she says, putting a hand on his shoulder, which causes him to cough a little. "Look up at me, please." Terminal tries to hold back the cough to be polite, but to no avail. He tenses up at her touch. I'm sorry, sweetie, I just can't. Lunism and all. Lunism? She asked curiously. I know I look human, but I used to be a non-feral. My lunism, though, is a different form than usual. He trails off, realizing no one from his world would really know what lunism or non-ferals were. Long story. You're so silly, the girl laughs. Here. She pulls off his hood before he can react. It reveals his face and short black hair as he quickly puts his hand over his eyes. Dear, you don't just do that without asking someone. A hint of panic in his voice, but he tries to keep calm. Come on, she yells, forcing his hands from his eyes. Terminal tries to shake his hands free from her. Eyes closed shut, his tone becoming more demanding. Little girl, you're being quite a menace. Please stop, darling. Terminal is pushed forward as long, thin tendrils force his eyes open. You will look at me, November, she says. He quickly begins to panic, seeing the tendrils, and begins breathing faster, his eyes darting to anywhere he can other than her. Wait, who are you? Please let me go. Come on, she says. Eye contact is polite, dear. He stares off to the ground as he frantically attempts to pull the tendrils off his eyes and tries to step back. Not again, please. It didn't work last time. Just leave me alone. Eyes seem to start appearing places they shouldn't be. Everywhere Terminal looks. Their eyes. He begins to hyperventilate in fear as the eyes dash desperately for anything but the eyes. You know it won't work. Let me go. If it won't work, she leans into Terminal's face, smiling. Look me in the eyes. Screw you. He refuses to look at her, shaking in fear. No one's here to help you, Term. So you could do this the easy way or the hard way. She steps away, still facing him. He's still breathing hard as he tries to collect himself. There isn't another way. You tried this before. You just can't do this to me. Oh, there's other ways. I can just rose you. It's computer-based. I got it out of Drake. I can keep it out of myself. Not all of them are computer-based, dearie, she coos, holding a clear pill with something red wiggling inside. Ew. Terminal tries to back away again, now becoming more enraged. He's thinking quickly. If he does this... That pill's freaking me out. If he does this, he's gone. He can't forget everyone. Wait, I can do the other way. Other way? She looks at him. If I tell you, you won't make me take any pills, right? Okay, she smiles. He starts trembling, knowing he's going to regret this. If I stare at you long enough, your entire face, I'll have lunism episode and won't be able to stop it. I keep my memories, and you get what you want. Deal, she says, giggling. Now look at me. Terminal takes a moment to take deep breaths to prepare before looking directly at her. Fear still in his eyes. Lucille's face looks angelic, her dark hair contrasting against her light skin. Her eyes are a bright blue. The beauty of her face distracts him from the dark tendrils coming from her back, covering the area. Terminal shaking slows as he gazes on her features. His lunatism takes over as he grows obsessed with her face, falling quietly for a long time as he admires her, and his mind slips away. You're so beautiful, your hair and skin, he says, looking at her. Terminal begins to cough as Lucille feeds on his obsession, but it slowly turns to crying. Lucille smiles and steps closer. How about my eyes, dear? She asks. Your eyes? He shifts his eyes over to hers, ignoring the cough, if it meant being able to see her for longer. So immaculate. Terminal's head begins to feel fuzzy as Lucille takes over, entering his mind. She sifts through his memories and eventually starts digging away to make room to servanize him. It's painful. He immediately gets a splitting headache and starts crying more. Tears fall from his face as he starts to drop to his knees and does anything he can not to wince from the pain or miss even a glimpse of her. He screams in pain. She continues smiling as the pain subsides. She can now control him whenever she pleases, just as she could do with Cole. He still stares, now motionless, just watching. Lucille vanishes, leaving Terminal alone in the woods. For a moment, he stares at nothing until his lunism fades. He stays on the ground and breaks down into tears, realizing what he had done. There's a YouTube video code. Hey, after this, I need to get with someone about rose pills, and I'm really curious what this bio worm version of it is. I really need to know. Now, you may be wondering, how did Lucille servanize another nightmare? Well, it's simple. She didn't. She simply tricked a nightmare into a veil without nightmares into believing he was servanized. That Wolverbrain's twat. Well, that was awful. Alright, let's go to YouTube. I don't know what this video is, but I'm going to use it to paste in this code.
I do believe I know.
Oh my gosh, I should have opened this in Brave. Take Me to Church, Slowed by Moonlight. It's another channel I didn't know about that I am now subscribed to. If you like this and you want more, just press the button. Press the like button. Okay. I'm gonna leave a comment. Rad. I will bring Rad back one of these days. It's happening. Oh my gosh, I missed my chance to click off the ad. Dang it. It's just a song. Yeah, it's just a song. I'd rather not. Okay. Alright. Was that the story? Yeah. Oh, the whole thing is there now? Something different. This is something different. Never mind. Alright. So now we've read Servant. Next is November, and it is a video. There's still quite a bit. We may need to, like the next hour, we may need to go ahead and wrap this up and just stop wherever we're at. Because there are some things I need to take care of tonight. And my voice is being dumb and giving out early. COVID, scars are stupid. Okay, anyway. November. Maybe my lungs will get better one day. Hopefully. Church of the Raindrops. I love these videos. I am ready.
November. You have just contributed to something.
Hey, Nightmare Luna. Glad to have you.
Now I know it.
Good to see you. I need to ask Nick. I'm going to ask Nick. I'm very, very concerned about these rose pills with freaking worm in them.
Everything about you, sweetheart. And I didn't even have to make you a rose. Isn't that great?
Okay. What a weird November. All right. That was weird. All right, Blog 42. It's another video. This is the noises below, and we have seen this.
Close butter now.
Just recently, actually. So this is when noise below takes place and twines again. This is when they had that meet up.
A good friend was just killed recently, and
Okay.
Dude. Wait, hold on. You're Jeremy, right?
It's making more sense now.
You're Michael, right?
Jeremy and Michael when they met. Okay.
Chicago.
Okay. And then Abaddon is next. This is very well done. Very, I really appreciate the list, Roxy. Love the way it's put together. Why was this I Can Make You Care video not liked? Excuse me, YouTube? I beg your pardon? Is this a... This one wasn't private, was it? I don't remember this one. No? No, it's public. Why is there I Can Make You Care video that I don't remember?
Okay, where are you?
Right here.
Ah, there we are. How have you been?
I'm doing wonderful, Jacob. Yourself.
Oh, you don't have to
thing.
call me that.
It looks like Toshiba.
Only the guys I date can call me that. And I'm taken. People started calling me Yodo, so you can just stick with that.
Alright, Yodo.
I heard you recently ran into the photographer.
Yes, I did. It was fun watching him
Well, those are codes I'm gonna have to code later.
What happened? How'd it go?
I showed him things involving your lord betraying him. It didn't work for long, but it irked him quite a bit.
Yeah, he's pretty dead inside.
I don't think that's
What did he say?
Toshiba.
He wasn't made to be happy. I'll tell you what, he was telling the truth. He wasn't made to be anything but sad.
YouTube's been unliking everything I've been liking recently.
But not me. I wasn't made to be happy, but boy, I am. I'm overflowing with happiness. That's what a goal does to you.
That's very good, Yodo. I am glad you are happy.
Thank you, Abba. And it makes
What?
me happy.
Why? Okay, why is Abaddon a TV head now? Excuse me? Okay, so it is a form of... Is it possessing Toshiba?
To know that you're doing your part.
Now I'm a little bit...
Did he fight back at all?
Huh.
He tried at first, but he stopped eventually.
Interesting.
Couldn't match you, huh?
No, he couldn't.
That's what I like to hear. Dumbass doesn't even know what world he's in. He's in for a rude awakening.
I cannot wait.
I love what you've done with the place, by the way. I love the red.
Red is a lovely color, isn't it?
I prefer yellow, obviously, but I have vast tastes. I think I'll take my leave now.
Okay.
I just wanted to catch up with you.
Thank you for that update, Roxy. Abaddon takes Toshiba's form often as a method of tricking the kiss. TV man. Huh. That's right, because in that photo video it said Abaddon, it showed the TV head. That's right. That's right. Alright. I am ready to read again. Come on, voice, you can do this. The Path of the Black Leaves. We still got an hour. I think we can make it at least to Geist on Waste Worlds. We saw that video recently, so we'll skip that video, but we'll go to the high blog, at least, minimum. Alright, Path of the Black Leaves. Luna's Journal. XKR, The Path of the Black Leaves. This was on December 20th. We were at Claire's... Oh, let me turn on the... Yeah. We were at Claire's cottage when Spider and Terminal noticed a bright flame from outside. They went out there to investigate and found her slamming her fist into the ground, her hands bleeding and crying while laughing, as if out of self-pity. The flame wasn't warm enough to shield her from the elements. Spider had an idea and stuck her hands into the flame. It was only slightly warm. They tried to talk to Claire, but she ignored us and continued to damage her knuckles. Spider tried to grab Claire's wrists, but it was searing hot. The fire changed to a bluish purple after a hug, and for some reason, the tree near her began to bleed. Harmonia and I came outside together as Claire began to walk into the woods near me. We all followed along. Claire felt like we needed to see whatever was in the woods and invited us to come along. I carried Harmonia on my back, which is honestly impressive seeing how I'm 4'6" and she's 5'5". As we followed Claire, we found a piece of paper in the woods, much akin to a slender. The 8 pages note, but ignored it. While crossing a bridge, Claire took great care in not bleeding on it for some reason. Afterwards, in the distance, the forest looked worse and worse for wear, which was a theme for this adventure. We noticed a black trash bag hanging on one of the trees. Upon slicing it open, blood and guts spilled out of it, and the horrendous stench of death hit us all in our noses like a truck. We continued our trek through the forest of death and saw a lot of trees with various markings and blowflies in our path. All of the trees in our field of vision looked like this. After walking a bit further, a very tall tree with something near the top caught our eyes. I ascended up the tree, nimbly, making sure not to fall. I made it up rather quickly and found a human corpse impaled on one of the sharper branches, with their organs hanging out. Its face was covered in carvings. How did someone carry a whole corpse up here and do this to them? That's what I was wondering. I screamed down, announcing my findings, and wanted to throw up. Spider believed this was Branch's M.O., who is the tall man in this veil. I climbed down and continued to follow Claire while carrying Harmonia. More rotting corpses were impaled on the trees as we continued to follow. Then they began to look more and more disfigured, some even looking impossible. For example, one had 12 arms, another had no face. At some point, the corpses were no longer corpses, but instead just bloodied skin on branches. And then there was nothing but marked trees, as if entering a SpongeBob episode. The darkness became even darker, and then just pitch black. Advanced darkness. We felt an immediate sense of dread going further. The leaves became black. Spider knew where we were, and amply named the Path of Black Leaves. Claire began to bleed on the path and continued to walk forward. She paused and looked around. Off the path was an altar. It's on a small table, and had a purple tablecloth. There were 2 large black candles that burned the same hue as the flame from earlier. There's several animal skulls and some organs. There's a baby doll with a face burnt off, and there's a stone table with symbols carved into it. We continued to follow Claire as if playing the first Zelda's Lost Woods. We looped around the same site as before. She tried walking further. Same location. She spit on the ground and ran forward, finding herself behind us. Out of range. She knocked over the altar, and we heard a loud screech. We continued to walk and found a new clearing. In this clearing, there were several trees and one that was bleeding. Multiple corpses hung from this tree, and in the tree trunk was a human face. The roots began to move around, and as if on cue, the Slenderman appeared. Claire got smacked by a tendril. He grew smaller, with tentacles flailing from his back. The surrounding trees began to grow eyes, and holes within the trees acted as voices for them to speak to us in German. When du nicht sterben wirst, kommst du nicht zurück, which translates to, if you don't want to die, you won't come back. Tendrils came out of the ground and wrapped us all up. Thankfully, it didn't hurt us at all. Every inch of my body was covered in tentacles, until I backed out and found myself near Claire's cottage once more. It was raining, and my body had plenty of splinters on it. Claire broke down and explained why we entered the Path of Black Leaves. I just wanted to show you what he showed me. We asked who, and she said, the moon. He took me to the path, and said I was welcome. The moon is the Slender Man. I asked why she trusted its words. After all, the moon isn't right. But she didn't respond. Terminal was shocked that I knew what the phrase meant for some reason. Afterwards, knew the phrase in general. Afterwards, we all made up, and forgave Claire for the adventure. Then we entered the cottage, and drifted off. Buttons! Next is buttons. This is Christmas Eve of 2021. And it's a long one. Yoda instead of Yodo. I don't know. Did I say Yoda? I don't know. It's a good possibility. For some reason, the word Yodo kind of throws me off anyway. It's like weird YOLO. Alright. The room is covered from head to toe in different flowers and different vines and other different plants, with a single rose in the center of the room, blossoming with a spark of hope. A figure with blonde hair and a pink crown. The green dress is currently sweeping the floor, and their dark blue cloak is picked up from an unknown wind. This is the Flower Maiden, who is currently watering the rose. They hear the voices call their name, and the cold breeze blows by. A young lady with dark hair and pale skin now stands before the Flower Maiden, wearing a black shirt, pink blazer, and a skirt with striped leggings. She holds a hand out. Take my hand. She hesitates, but takes the hand. Everything around them begins to fall apart. Cracks in reality begin forming. With a flash of light, the Flower Maiden and Lucille are in the church. Lucille and the Flower Maiden appear. Well, that was something. Happens. Lucille laughs. What a lovely place you have here, Maiden says, as she looks around her surroundings. The main worship room of the church has its own pews, replaced by soft, fluffy sofas, and its walls are painted in pastel pink. The statues are painted over with various bright colors, and one of the Virgin Marys wearing a respirator similar to Pluvio's. The young woman lays on one of the couches. She's small, about 5 foot, and looks at Lucille and the Flower Maiden. She wears Christmas pajamas with little Christmas trees and snowmen on them, and has a short white wig on. It's a little past her chin and wavy. A strand is made to be shaped like a heart on top of... Oh, there we go. This is the girlfriend of Lucille. Can't remember the name for some reason, though. A strand is made to look in the shape of a heart on top of her head, and she wears a blue headband with blue azalea on it. She grins when she sees the woman and jumps up, wrapping her arms around Lucille. Hi, Lucy. Is this Peyton? Blossom asks. Blossom, that's the name. Yes, she says, hugging Blossom. Hello. That would be me. Nice to meet you at last. I'm Blossom. Nice to meet you properly. Blossom grins at Peyton and extends a hand. What a lovely church you guys have here. Maiden shakes Blossom's hand. I would say it needs more natural blessing, but still wonderful. Noted, Lucille smiles. The flower maiden walks down the aisle's pews as blue azaleas bloom on the sides of the aisles. There we go. Blossom's eyes widen, and she grins. That's so cool, Blossom says. That's a cute talent I have. It's beautiful. But I can, of course, be destructive, Maiden explains. But enough about me. Shall we get started? It's a very nice talent. I wonder what else she can do. Blossom trails off, then looks to Lucille. We can get started, yes, she smiles, opening a door to the hall. Come with me. The flower maiden follows Lucille down the hall, taking in every last detail. Blossom follows, smiling softly. They enter a room that looks a little bit like Petrichor's office. Sit here, Lucille says, pointing to a chair. Maiden sits down. Interesting that you have a doctor's office in your church. We have a lot of... Lucille says, pulling out 2 pill bottles, one labeled A and one labeled B. Pick one. Blossom stays in the corner, silently watching. Will you tell me what each one does, or will it be up to fate? Maiden glances at each pill bottle. Which one looks more fun? Lucille asks. What would be your definition of fun? Maiden asks. Amusement. Give me the fun one. I hope it can amuse me as well, Maiden smiles. Lucille picks up the one labeled B and hands one of the pills to the flower maiden. She takes the pill in her hand. She puts it in her mouth and swallows it. Lucille simply smiles. Yay! Blossom claps. Now, what? How long does it take to kick in? Maiden asks. Shouldn't take long, Lucille smiles. She glances around, waiting for everything to change, but soon feels a headache. Dang, got a glass of water? Maiden asks. Yes, a glass of water appears on the table next to Flower Maiden. She holds her head in pain, drinking the water. Whoa, name, my name is Slim Shady. Okay. What do you want your name to be? Lucille asks. Let me think. Buttons. I think that fits. Buttons is a lovely name. Blossom grins. Buttons, yay. I feel like knitting, making dolls or something. Button looks around. You've got the materials downstairs. Come. Lucille opens the door and gestures for the 2 to follow her. Ooh, can I help? She bounces on her toes like an excited child. They follow Lucille. She leads them to a large room in the basement, where a bunch of other Roses individuals are doing arts and crafts. Here you go. Yay! Button smiles. As she walks toward the crafts, a flower blooms on her feet, but she doesn't see. She goes and finds an empty doll. No hair, no clothes, no eyes. She finds a needle and starts to sew the buttons into the doll. Lucille looks to Blossom and pats her on the head. You can go have fun too, dear, if you want. Blossom smiles and kisses Lucille on the cheek before following Buttons and sitting beside her, watching. Buttons continues to stitch the buttons and poke her fingers with the needles. Oh, red liquid. Is that good or bad? Bad. That means you're hurt. Blossom gets up and finds a tissue, placing it on the prick to soak up the blood. There you go. Okay. What about other people? Do they have red liquid? Button asks. Bad. That means they're hurt too, Blossom says. But they need buttons for eyes. Buttons for eyes and strings for hair, Button announces. Everyone? Blossom tilts her head in confusion. Well, not you and the other nice lady. You are perfect. But the rest. I see a flaw. I don't know what it is. But they are just dolls, right? They are missing their buttons, Button says. Interesting. Are you a doll? Button smiles. Or Blossom smiles. I am the thread that will make these dolls perfect. You are the doll makers. I am the needle and thread. They are the dolls. But you are right. I am missing my buttons. Button grabs 2 oversized buttons and needles and holds it up to her left eye. I am missing my buttons. Blossom Maybe this is forgive. Blossom takes Button's hands to hers. She looks to Lucille for help. Lucille just watches. She takes out her phone and types some stuff. Buttons is now numb to pain. Blossom, come here if you don't want to see whatever she's about to do, Lucille says. Blossom's still holding Buttons so she doesn't hurt herself. Should I let go? Let her do it? Blossom asks. Do whatever feels right, my love, Lucille replies. Okay. She doesn't let go of Button's hands just yet. I am not perfect. I need to see. I need my buttons. Everyone needs their buttons, Button says. It's like Coraline up in... It is like Coraline. But it'll hurt you. I made her numb to pain. It'll be okay, dear. Okay, if you say so. Blossom lets go of Buttons and gets up, going to Lucille's side and hiding her face in Lucille's neck. Button goes at it. First the left, then the right. Then she takes the needle and takes the oversized buttons and sews them into what used to be eyes. I can see! Thank you, my doll makers. I'm at your service. Button bows, like she just put on a show for the world to see. Blossom sees a little disturbed, but maybe a lot bit. She smiles nervously at Buttons. Oh, that's weird. Okay, Lucille says. Blossom, if you want me to eat a memory, I'll do it. That was disturbing as hell, and I don't want you to have to deal with that. It's, fine. I didn't watch, Blossom replies. What can I do for you, my doll makers? I'm here to serve you. Buttons gets up from bowing. Can you assure Drake that everything is okay? Lucille says, looking at her phone. Okay, Buttons says. Drake seems upset. What is that? You're not ready to accept this for some reason, Lucille says. Well, that's too bad for them, Button smiles. It is. Blossom hugs Lucille and yawns. Let's dance. Yay! Happy times only, Button says. I'm too tired, Blossom replies, looking down at her phone. Drew, Cole, and Luna are preparing a rescue mission. Oh, then let's get you to bed. Bed, Button sings. They won't come here, right? Blossom looks to Lucille. If they do, they're dead, Lucille replies. Okay, they won't hurt us, Blossom says softly, holding on to Lucy. It's gonna be okay. I've got you, Lucille says, picking Blossom up. You'll be okay. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. I love you, Blossom yawns, laying on Lucille, relaxing. I love you too, Lucille says, placing a kiss on Blossom's forehead. Aw, I protect. I will make sure no one is hurt. I'll give them buttons and everyone will be happy, Button says happily. Lucille says, hang on. For extra protection, she and Blossom vanish, but Lucille returns shortly. Hey, Lucille looks to Buttons. You know how to use a gun? Nope, but it sounds easy. Point and shoot, right? Like a video game. Buttons giggles. Yeah, basically, she says, as a handgun appears at Button's hand. Yay! Pew pew pew! Machine! Okay, let's go upstairs. I don't want anyone else getting hurt, Lucille says. Okay. They walk up to the main worship room of the church, the one with the fluffy sofas and pastel pink walls. Now we wait? Buttons is twiddling her thumbs. Yep, Lucille replies. A loud pop can be heard outside. Drew readies his shield as he strides up the door, sword in his hand. Luna pulls out her twin katanas and readies herself for battle. Cole appears, Halo music blasting in his head as he readies his rifle behind Drew. Game on, Luna says. Drew boots the door open and takes position in front of everyone. Oh, it seems you don't have your buttons. Let's fix that, shall we? They see that their friend, Flower Maiden, now Buttons, eyes are bleeding and replaced with buttons. She's got a shotgun in hand. Lucille grows taller and thinner, and several long dark tendrils extend from her back. Luna closes her eyes and focuses on the sounds. Cole's eyes lock to the buttons as he aims at his enemies. You all are so funny. Buttons readiness and fires the shotgun wildly. Lucille hunches over, her jaw unhinging like a snake. Her teeth are sharp like needles. Cole fires 5 rounds at Buttons, aiming for her chest. Luna recognizes Flower Maiden, sucks at shooting. Drew keeps moving forward toward Buttons, holding his shield up. Luna stays behind Drew, eyes closed, not even allowing Lucille an inch. Cole keeps moving behind Drew. Lucille reminds me a lot of Medusa, actually, now that I think about it. Lucille's tendrils start flailing uncontrollably. Everyone is hit with a wave of sickness. Dodging the bullets running side to side, Buttons screeches. You dolls need to be fixed, fixed, fixed. Cole coughs and fires 3 more rounds of buttons. Keep pushing, Luna says between coughs. Stand down, Cole yells. Luna hears buttons running wildly. Everyone's coughing slowly turns to sobbing. Ah, stop that, cheater, Luna cries. Cole keeps aiming at buttons, tears running down his face. Drew winches as the sickness washes over him, and he stumbles for a half step. He activates his suit and keeps moving forwards. All I can hear is Halo music. You won't affect me. Cole yells to Lucille. Luna's eyes are unable to stay closed due to the tears. Lucille's tendrils wrap around Cole's arm, and she throws him to a wall. Cole! Cole! Luna yells. Cole stands shaking, only a small amount. You hentai. It's like that. Cole yells at Lucille, still shooting. Button continues to dodge bullets until one hits her leg. She is not phased. Cole runs behind Drew and returns to aim at Buttons. He fires 4 more rounds, aiming for Button's hurt leg. Luna continues her way through the tendrils and towards Flower Maiden. Sickness be damned. Lucille grows taller, her facial features beginning to fade. Drew activates his own suit tendrils, fending off Lucille's tentacles with his own and continues forward, swinging his sword at them as well. Cole starts shooting at Drew. Drew, move! Cole yells. Luna refuses to look at the tall woman and continues to fight forward, swinging his katanas at her tendrils, trying to cause as much harm to Lucille as possible. Buttons fires 6 shots from the shotgun into the crowd. Cole fights Lucille's command, swinging his aim away from Drew. Luna dodges the shots. A small piece of shrapnel hits her leg. She's unfazed. Drew takes a shot to the back and flies forward. He tries to swing his shield at Buttons to knock her out as he flies forwards. Thanks, Drew. Luna quickly drives after Flower Maiden, attempting to get a hand on her. Don't touch me. You need to be fixed, 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 fixed! Buttons screeches. One of Lucille's tendrils flies out, impelling Luna through her stomach. Luna yells. Luna! Cole looks at Luna, horrified. The wound burns. Cole runs over, his jacket forming a wall in front of both of them, covering them. Cole, take Luna, I got this, Drew yells. Don't mind me. Save Flower Maiden, Luna says. Luna, I'm getting you out of here. We are aborting, Cole says sternly. Oh, okay, Luna says. Drew, when? Luna is in intense pain. She will be fixed, Button yells. Drew, finish the fight for us. Cole grabs Luna, and they both disappear. Buttons runs into the fray with needle in hand. Fix, fix, fix. Button stands up from his stumble. Drew stands up from his stumble, cracking his neck. He drops the shield and sword, flexing his tentacles as he sends them flying at Lucille's, attempting to hold her, while moving towards Buttons again. Lucille struggles. Buttons lunges at Drew with needle, aiming for his left eye. Protect! Drew's mask tanks the needle's hit, but the visor cracks under the force of the stab. He counters by trying to grab Button's arms, attempting to put her arm into an arm bar. Let go of me, you doll! She is struggling. Drew's helmet disappears. He winks at Lucille, and then disappears with Buttons. Lucille shrinks back down to normal size and vanishes. Drew appears in the bunker, Buttons in tow. Term, you here? Terminal waits for the dead-end room. He waits by the dead-end room door anxiously. He's shaking from how nervous he is. Yes, put her in this room, Terminal says. Let go of me. Don't you want to be happy? Buttons is still struggling. Drew unceremoniously tosses Buttons into the room, making sure the door shuts securely behind her. Buttons finds herself in an empty, pitch-black room as Terminal, standing outside of it, takes a deep breath. Okay, I can do this. Terminal hypes himself up. Please, let's just be happy together! Buttons is clawing at the walls with her hands. You got this. Drew puts his hand on Terminal's shoulder. He tenses at the touch. Do you wish for us to come to the bunker, or are you returning for debrief? Cole responds over the earbud. Terminal hunches over slightly, taking deep breaths as he's shaking. Buttons begins to feel overwhelmingly tired. What are you doing? Buttons asks. Sorry, Terminal. I'll head back now if you don't need me, Drew says. I'll be there shortly, he responds to Cole. Terminal doesn't seem able to reply at the moment. Flashing colors slowly takes over Buttons' vision as she hears painfully loud distorted sounds like... Buttons laughs manically. Terminal hunches over more, pained as the bones on his back stretch the skin. A second pair of wings forming by the other. The altar completes as Peyton's original memory is returned, and the rose is removed. She can remember everything that happened as Buttons. The flashing sounds, the tiredness fades away. Terminal collapses on the ground. Who's there? I can't see, Maiden yells. I'll take her, Terminal, Drew says. I have to go back to the rest of the group anyways. Who's there? Hello? She yells. She is still in the dead-end room. The door closed. Drew opens the door and says to Peyton, I'm a friend. I'm taking you to the rest of your friends. Brace yourself. What? With a pop, they both disappear. That was a really good one. Holy crap, that was crazy. Oh my gosh. Alright, now on to entry 10. It's another video. Slim Shady, yeah. Just not reading the comments. Whew. Buttons are the most important things in the world, aren't they? That was creepy. Alright, Hollow Hemlocks entry 10.
So, we're here with a couple of Adam's old friends.
Oh, he's bringing a gun. Okay.
Charlotte, Max, and Luke. They've decided to accompany me to the fucking bike path to take a look for this thing that was on the map, if I can remember, and if spatial relativity is, you know, on my side today. Should be down here somewhere. But Charlotte says, are you cold? You're not cold. No. Max, are you cold?
Freeze it, man.
Fuck. Luke, are you cold?
Yes.
Everyone's cold. I'm the only one that came prepared today with my big, heavy jacket. Dude, I remember coming here like
no problem.
Spring. It's all fucking. It was all so different because it was green, and now it's fucking dead.
It's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Dude, that's like concerning. You can't say that.
I love how they're just like goofing off behind
Dude,
them.
that sign's the fucking
meeting.
shit. I kind of want that sign.
What, the no coyote sign? It looks like.
I might have to heist it.
What the heck?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to heist that.
Alright, let's skip it a little bit. Because we'll watch this channel later. We need to get the important parts.
Like, fucking... What are you... Fucking... What is it? What's the one I always say I want to do?
Not good time for a pee.
Found it.
Fucking found what?
Okay, so... Alright, hear me out.
Just be in the woods.
Hear me out.
Okay.
So, I explained this to Charlotte, but there's been this dude in a it's
like crazy.
Dude in a mask has been leaving packages at my house and shit.
Absolutely. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so what?
I got a map in the mail, and the map led to this.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
A map of what?
Yeah, do you want to see the map? Hold that.
This is fucking... What is it gonna be, like a piece of printer paper that you like put in tea and put in the oven and it crisps up? What is this bullshit?
No. Hold on.
This is like real.
Yeah, no, look. I got this in the mail, which was in this tin with a bullet casing. So,
nice.
Here.
Oh, they're going to that.
Can you film for a second?
Oh,
cool.
sure. Yeah, you have some photos. They're numbered.
Oh, great. Blood on it. Nice.
Wait, come over and get this.
What the hell is this?
Yeah, that's the fucking thing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the fucking thing. There's
That's
been
what
this.
you were talking about?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking
Fucking
about.
creepy.
Yeah.
Somebody's fucking with you.
No, this like that thing was in my fucking house.
Going on over here?
Middle of the night. I don't remember.
Fucking, we got some.
Yeah. Page number 1. This page was the
If anything, I think it's a nudge in the right direction.
See that fucking thing in the pictures?
Yeah. Charlotte
I
said
think
that she said she wanted to be involved.
I
because it
think
sounded
it'll
fun.
be good to figure out.
I just want to know why Adam would shoot himself.
I don't know, maybe he was fucking depressed,
Adam
man.
wasn't like that, though.
Possessed him or some shit.
Shit, man. Fuck off.
I
mean, it makes more sense to
I
me
want to know what
in
happened
this
to Adam.
world.
Yeah, we can check those out a different day, though, because it's cold.
So they found some folders, I guess? With some info on Slenderman. What they found at the location. No child, though. But they did find the Slenderman, looks like. Yep. Alright. Well, they are dead. They are dead. Okay, go back to the pages. Okay. I will go back to the pages. Apparently I missed something important. Alright. Here we go.
Has been leaving packages at my house and shit.
Like 4 minutes, we'll watch this whole thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And so what?
I got a map in the mail, and the map led to this.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
A map of what?
Yeah, do you want to see the map? Do you want to see the map? Hold that.
This is fucking... What is it gonna be, like a piece of printer paper that you like put in tea and put in the oven and it crisps up? What is this bullshit?
No. Hold on.
This is like real.
Yeah, no, look. I got this in the mail, which was in this tin with a bullet casing. So, here. Can you film for a second?
Oh, sure. Yeah, he's taking his...
Luke's actually taking his piss. Wow.
It's actually this big. That's hilarious.
Fuck, can you hold that? Yeah.
What the fuck is it?
I don't know. These look like some documents.
They have some photos. They're numbered.
Wait, come over and get this.
What the hell is this?
Yeah, that's the fucking thing.
That's
what the fuck?
Yeah, that's the fucking thing. There's
That's
been
what
this.
you were talking about?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking
Fucking
about.
creepy.
Yeah.
Somebody's fucking with you.
No, this that thing was in my fucking house. Going on over here? Middle of the night. I don't remember.
Fucking, we got some like creepy pictures and shit.
What the fuck?
This is the thing that he said that he's been seeing.
Yeah, physical evidence. There's a wide variety of evidence left behind by this thing, such as photos from the 1983 and 1986 incidents. There are also a variety of pages that were all found at the forest.
Is that fucking thing in all of the pictures?
Yeah.
Look at this, though.
There's one there.
Does like no one fucking notice it?
No.
Like no one knows it's
No
there?
one. No one fucking.
This is blood.
No, it's fucking...
Yeah. Page number 1. This page was the one found next to the scene of a murder. It reads, "The Empress, the Devil, the Sun, the Force and Will all required to create the key to stop impending doom. Nobody's been able to figure out what it meant, but many have died
That's
trying,
assembly of
apparently.
Roxy and them.
Somebody's fucking with us. That's like Kool-Aid or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I don't know. We probably shouldn't fuck with it.
Yeah, we shouldn't fuck with it.
I have to take it.
But
we shouldn't even be touching it.
The thing is, though...
I wonder who had that prophecy. That sounds like a prophecy to me. I wonder who had that vision about the assembly.
The thing...
We can't burn it.
I've been having to document this shit. This shit's been happening since Adam's suicide.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
If anything, I think it's a nudge in the right direction.
See that fucking thing in the pictures?
Yeah, no. That shit... It's been around.
Hey,
It was
scoping
outside my
landscape.
house.
Glad you made it.
And...
We shouldn't even like be near you.
Yeah.
Like we shouldn't be.
Yeah, we shouldn't be fucking.
Listen, I told Charlotte, and Charlotte
I
said
think-
that she said she wanted to be involved.
I
Because it
think
sounded
it'll
fun.
be good to figure out.
I just want to know why Adam would shoot himself.
I don't know. Maybe he was fucking depressed.
Adam
man.
wasn't like that though.
People have plenty of fucking reasons to shoot themselves.
Yeah, but like, you knew Adam. Adam was the fucking stoner kid. Nobody could fucking...
I don't fucking know. Maybe he smoked so much pot because he had fucking problems, man.
Maybe that thing in the picture like fucking possessed him or some shit.
Shit, man. Fuck off.
Possible. Proxies.
I want to
I
know.
love how there's this one dude
Well, I
just
wanna
stand on the
fucking know
side,
what happened.
actually telling the truth. It's like, what if he possessed
Possessed
him?
him.
Just look at that face, dude. Just
Possessed him.
like, who is this guy?
Possessed him or some shit.
Shit, man. Fuck off.
I want to make a clip out of that.
I want to know what happened to Adam.
Well, I don't fucking know what happened to Adam, but I think we found out what fucking happened to Adam.
Okay, but we're finding out more.
Yeah. So
We need to keep going into this.
yeah.
Fine. Fine.
Do it for
And if we
Adam.
get, yeah, fucking do it for Adam.
Do it for Adam.
Thanks for helping me with this, guys.
Take your fucking camera back.
So I guess since we found the fucking thing, we should keep going and like head back to the car.
Check out those coordinates, see where they go to.
Yeah, we can check those out a different day though, because it's cold.
It's getting dark.
Yeah. Well, at least we found something.
Whoa. Oh, it's a puppy. He's taking a dump, it looks like.
Big ass dog. That's a big fucking.
That is a fucking big dog.
Shit. Don't pick on the puppy. Come on, guys. Okay. Like I said, we'll have to get into that series later. Hollow Hemlocks. Looks like a good one. Alright. Next is my thoughts as of recent. This is just audio.
Alright. God, I hope this recording function works. I'm Cole. God, where do I fucking start? There's so much that's been happening. There's the world ending, there's Dolos, there's Abaddon, there's the fucking Terminal. Oh, God. It's just a lot. Let me focus on one thing. So, Terminal, I want to be friends with them again, but I have no clue how I can even remotely start becoming friends with them again, because they were not on the greatest footing as of recently, and I don't know, it's just rocky. And Dolos, he's been fucking with us. I guess he's our friend now. I don't know.
I am going to be doing investigation of Cole Jensen soon. I believe that's one of the ones on the list. I think. Pretty sure. If it's not, it is now. I just subscribed, so.
I'm so confused about a lot of things. There's just so much going on all at once. I'm worried about Chris. I hate what I did in the forest last night.
Ooh.
I'm still regretting it. I'm still processing it. But it's just horrible, and I hate every second of what's happening. I just want to go back into stasis. I don't want to be here and be a burden to everyone, because I feel like I'm having constant issues. My voice is glitching, it's distorting, I'm unstable, and it's getting worse. On New Year's, I'm gonna have some glitch or virus fucking try and kill me or something. I don't know. Oh, God. There's just a lot, and I don't want to tell anyone, because then I'll be more of a burden. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I guess I'll just make this into like a vent YouTube channel, so that maybe whoever finds this knows my situation and they can at least try and help. I hope Harmonia doesn't find it, or Chris, or anyone in this house, really, because then they'll be concerned about my mental health and try and get me therapy. I don't want to go to therapy, God. And it's just, I don't know, I just don't want it. But, I mean, I guess I can keep my mind off things and just keep writing in my notebook. I'll call it, like, I don't know, my diary or something. I don't know. I hope nobody reads it, because it's mostly just me venting. And what's happened the past couple days, I'll probably read it if I ever lose my memory or something. I don't know why I would lose my memory then, although I have been glitching a lot recently. What else? What else am I upset about? I guess, sorry, I cracked my knuckles. I guess being unstable, you know, the voices get to me sometimes, and they're just kind of fucking with me. They get loud every once in a while, and they're like, you have to kill someone or we won't shut up, and that just... And, I usually just ask Chris for a hug when that happens, and then I just forget everything that's happening. Chris is like the only thing keeping me stable in this godforsaken world. I don't know what I would do if Chris died. I'd probably just lose it. And I hope they don't find my sketches, because I don't know. I'd probably get embarrassed or something. I hope Max doesn't take over again, because that would just be bad. I isolated them, but they broke isolation and somehow took control. I don't know. I hated that. I hated every waking moment of it, and it was horrible. It was like being between dead and alive, which I've felt one too many times. And I haven't told anyone this, but I've technically died more than what they've seen. I have a white streak in my fucking hair from it. God.
It's intense.
I really hope that this ends soon so that I can have an excuse to go back into stasis. I know they care about me, and I know Chris loves me, but I don't know if I can fucking take another waking moment of this stress, this weight bearing on me. I try to protect people. Photo got fucking mad at me for stopping Spider from hurting Terminal more. And he threw me into a tree and it broke the connector a little bit. I don't know. God, I want to make it up with the Photo, but I don't know how, because I'm just a fucking fool. I'm a fucking freak. I'm a fucking SCP, that's what I am. Fucking 91 years old, and
that's the
I look
cold
19. No one takes me seriously,
and then broke in with
except for the people that
Naomi's
truly know my power. And that, you know, I don't really want it to come to that, but I guess I can just push the thoughts away for a little while longer while we try and get rid of this fucking bread sky shit. I hope Roxy or someone, Photo,
right.
Drew,
So
I don't know.
difficult.
I'm friends with Drew, and I hope that stays. I like Drew. Drew's nice. God. Anyways, I gotta stop rambling before I fucking tell the world something that they aren't ready for, or I fucking say something I don't want to. Alright.
Alright, so I had an all-night recording session with my voice last night. And I don't think it's going to last me much longer, so I'm going to read this last story, and we're going to watch these last couple videos, and then we will cap off part 1, and we will continue soon. Hopefully this, well, no, we are going to continue this week. So, but, yeah, we'll do this last reading.
Alright.
We'll do my rambling. Okay, maybe not. That's a long one. I may come back to that. We'll do day 5. That's just, isn't that just a wonderful picture? We'll do an introduction to Diary of the Damned. We'll do the Claire Morgan Dream. And yeah, we'll do the other Cole ones afterward. We'll do these 3 and the reading tonight. Alright, so this was at the end of the year, or near the end of the year. This was December 30th of 2021. Lucille appears in the sanctuary, standing in the center of the room she and Blossom have been staying in. Blossom smiles and gets up, running to hug Lucille. Lucille embraces Blossom and looks down at her, smiling. "Do you want your present?" Lucille asks. "I do." Blossom grins at her. Lucille lets go of the hug and sits Blossom down on the bed. In Lucille's hands are a small pastel pink box with a bow on top. She hands it to Blossom. Blossom's eyes widen and she takes it. "Can I open it?" She looks at Lucille with a small smile. "Open it," Lucille grins, watching in anticipation. Blossom does. Inside is a ring, made of the finest metal, crowned with the most beautiful stones. Blossom's eyes widen more, and she tears up, taking the ring gently. It's amazing," she says. I'm glad you like it, Lucille says, helping Blossom put it on her finger. The inside is engraved with L plus B. Blossom hugs Lucille once it's on. I love it. You're amazing. I'm so glad you like it, Lucille says, hugging back. Blossom holds her close. I love you so much, Blossom says. I love you too, Blossom, Lucille says, smiling softly. Blossom lays her hands on Lucille's shoulder, relaxing. Lucille lays her head on Blossom's, also relaxing, knowing that this is the one place where nothing can hurt them. I want to do something for you. I just have to figure out what, Blossom says. You have all the time in the world, my love, Lucille replies. Blossom takes Lucille's hand and starts tracing a heart with her palm. I'm glad I get to spend my life with you, Blossom whispers. I'll spend much longer than just that with me, if you want, Lucille says. Really? She looks into Lucille's eyes. Of course, dear. How? Nightmares can prolong lifespans, and if you were to, say, become a nightmare, you could live as long as you want. I see. How would I become one? Blossom's eyes widen a little. Be right back. Lucille smiles, vanishing. She returns shortly. How do you like your chicken? Chicken tenders? I don't know. Blossom tilts her head. She laughs nervously. On it, Lucille disappears. Blossom looks at her hand with a ring. What is she doing with these chicken tenders? Anyway, Blossom looks at her hand with a ring with a small smile. Lucille reappears with a table, and upon it is a plate of what looks like chicken tenders and various sauces. When you're eating, I want you to intend on becoming a nightmare. Focus on it. Blossom nods. So, I'll become one by eating this and focusing? Blossom looks nervous. Will it hurt? What's it like? It won't hurt. It just tastes like chicken, Lucille says, placing a hand on Blossom's back. It's confusing. You'll see, my love. Okay, if I do this, I'll be with you forever. You'll still love me. Blossom looks up at Lucille. Oh, I mean, will you still love me? Adorable thing. Oh my gosh. Of course, my darling. She kisses Blossom on the forehead. I will always love you. Backing track. And I will always love you. Okay, alright. Alright. Blossom takes a deep breath. I got this. She looks to the table and starts eating, focusing on becoming a nightmare like Lucille said. Lucille smiles, encouraging Blossom with small words of affection and encouragement. Soon, Blossom finishes and looks to Lucille, waiting. Should be good now. Just wait a day or two before trying any weird abilities. I don't want you hurting yourself, Lucille says. Okay, so that's it? I'm a nightmare like you? Blossom asks. If it worked, yeah, Lucille replies. Should have been enough. Okay, want to cuddle? Blossom smiles. Yes, if that is even is that even a question? Lucille giggles. Blossom grins and opens her arms. Lucille picks her up and brings her close. Blossom holds on to her, yawning. I love you, Blossom whispers. I love you too, doll. Lucille carries her to bed. Blossom relaxes in her arms. Now you won't have to worry, right? Blossom asks. Never, Lucille says, laying down with Blossom. Ooh, I'll be able to teleport, right? Blossom smiles. You will. I'm so excited, Blossom grins. You'll be the best nightmare ever, my love, Lucille says softly. No, we'll be the best. Together. Blossom blushes. I love you, says Lucille, kissing Blossom. I love you too. We will be worshipped. Together. Together. Well, that's terrifying. I don't like the fact that they are becoming like a deity in death. No. They're becoming kind of this creepy couple. Alright, now let's find out why there's a dead person. Talk about a thumbnail right there. Part 2's thumbnail. Right there. And then just crop out the background, write some text. It's perfect. This is for... Oh, I haven't seen this one yet. Last time I checked out Southern New England Tours was like November of last year. Alright, let's see what's going on with the body. Isn't that just splendid? Oh, ah! Frickin'. Okay, that was the person. I thought it was the rake for a second. I saw him as the rake. I was expecting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to audio edit that. That is so hard to understand. I have to tear it apart. I remember this. I remember this. That's when those two were meeting. Oh my gosh. We're back to there again. Come to the tree, Erebus. Is that Krabus? I don't know. The text was hard to read. Why would Pokemon Go be recommended next? Excuse me. Introduction. Diary of the Damned is going to be so cool. I can't wait for it to get flowing well. It probably has. I haven't checked up a little bit.
Try to look a little older so I can go.
So I'll read it. Alright, here we go. Let's restart it.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know.
Such a cool concept. And I freaking love Harmonia's new form. Though I won't spoil the details, just in case you all want to catch up on it yourself. But she has wings and it's freaking cool. Alright, Claire Morgan Dream 1 from Toshiba Stevens. Alright. Okay, may turn the volume down a little bit. That song's kinda... I know, right? The rake. Why did it look like the rake so much for a second there? Just a second. All right. Where are we right now? This kind of looks like the Land of Flies for some reason, a little bit, from Recollect. Anyone else thinking that? Anyone else see that? Gosh, so much info tonight. I'm about to process all this. See, the world reach is so freaking huge. It's like 12 series combined. Or maybe more than that. What's that? Excuse me? Who is appearing? Hello, ghost person. Did I miss it? Is it right here? heck was that? Is that Claire? Oh, yeah, who the heck is that? Yeah, I don't recognize that person. Is that Claire Morgan? This is the dream, so I don't know if it's a real person or not. Say, everyone dies and it's your fault. Great. I picked the wrong night to record, like, 5 hours of audio, knowing that I would have to speak and read a lot of things today. I don't know what I was thinking. It's a weird dream. It's really hard to tell what's going on with the filter, the granularity of it. What the heck is that? Couldn't tell. Like a heart? Like a, not a actual heart, but like someone took some plastic tubing and made a heart out of it? That was oh, it was Harmonia, wasn't it? Whoa. That's right. This is Claire. Okay. So Claire's dreaming about Harmonia. Well, that's... Knowing what I know, that's... Okay, that's who that was. Yeah, I thought it looked like her shape. Like, the shape of her head and stuff, but... It's hard to tell with the no face and all that, you know. It's like her as a slender man. Her as a nightmare. Her as a slim nightmare. A slim shady nightmare. I do have dreams like this, and they're not fun. Most of the time, they're really bad dreams. Okay, what is that? That's another one of those plastic tubing things. What the frick is that? Is that one of those weird bike stand things? Just, I don't know. It looks weird to me. I feel like something's gonna happen to Claire, honestly. Got a sneaking suspicion. That's right. Claire's the one that has the dreams. That's right. She's the one in the room asleep. Watch her freaking fix the world, somehow, with the configuration. They have to, like, put her to sleep and then do something with the configuration. She seems super important. I don't know, it's really hard to know what's going to happen with the whole situation, to be honest. I love the thumbnail. I found this image. I searched creepy websites, and the image of that woman's face is the first thing that popped up, and I just threw on the heart glasses. I love it. I may just use that and put a part 2 at the bottom, because I really love the thumbnail. Or, like, change do not to, like, really do not click on this website. Like, make it a more extreme warning every time. It's like, please don't frickin' click, just, you know, just get more and more intense with it. I don't know. Anyway. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and put a pin in it right here. I'm going to save all these web pages, and we'll continue next time with the other audio videos that I've skipped. And then we will do all the rest of the readings, and we'll continue down the list. We're halfway done. We actually got about halfway done, which is pretty cool. And then after that, we will look into... I'm going to keep the web pages up too, and we'll look into the details and hidden things on the web pages and see if we can find all of the mystery things, because... What? Because I was informed that there is a lot of hidden things in the source codes, and it's basically like a little ARG in the website, so I'll definitely be going back into that as well. I am a dog. Allie, hi, I'm Allie. What the dog doing? Yo, what I can add images. And then it's like broken. I'm funny. I'm part of a system. I'm banger at Among Us. Woo! I'm gonna check this real quick though. See what's in there. See if there's anything hidden in the source code, because that image is broken. Tarot Magician. That's what it is. Tarot card Magician. I'm gonna copy it, and yeah, there's no other links, so I'm gonna paste it and see Yeah, that didn't work. Never mind. That's the other one. And then that weird one. Okay. Yeah, we'll check out everything else next time. Thank you all so much for joining me. I had a really good time looking into the REM Sleep website, or not the REM Sleep website, the World Reached website. It has REM Sleep in it too. But I had a lot of fun looking into it and getting where the events take place in the timeline now. And I've looked into most of these series. Cold Jennison and Diary of the Damned I haven't looked into yet, but they're still ongoing. They're still fairly new. I think Cold Jennison has enough where I can go into it now. And then I'll wait a little bit longer on Diary of the Damned. But I mean, as far as the World Reach series, I've covered most of them in live dives. I would like to go back and do a few other things with some of them. But aside from that, I'm really looking forward to seeing the rest of the World Reach and where everything fits in. I'm really enjoying getting into these stories and getting my head wrapped around everything in full. Now, I do need to go back and rehash on some of the stories, REM Sleep especially. I Could Make You Care. I need to go over them again. There's so many details in that. I need to do some more of the Mycaverse series. I need to do Sour Salt, Solstice, and a couple things there. And then there's another series that's, I think, is connected to them that I'm also going to look into. And then there's that one website that I found during the reaction video to I Could Make You Care yesterday. So I'm going to look into that series as well. Definitely hang around. We got a lot more coming up. I am going to, sometime this week, also finish up the Dad live dive. And I do have a Dad Theory video, and I may have a special guest in that. I'm not going to say who it is yet, but it is a pretty special guest. So hang around for that. And also I have more interviews on the way. I've got a special interview with Kisa Toriyama coming out. Well, I don't know when it'll come out, but I'm going to actually be doing that this Thursday. Hopefully a Friday or Saturday weekend release on that. And this week I also have another little project that I'm going to try to get out. And a couple theory videos. I've got a lot on the agenda, so make sure to subscribe. Back. Give me a second. All right, we're back. Okay. OBS is deciding to stop on me, so that's a warning that I need to go ahead and wrap up. But thank you so much, Roxy, for helping me with gathering the information and getting my head wrapped around things. Thank you to Pyrites for all the introductions to the things that you introduced me to. I look forward to reading again with you all. We need to try to do it this week or the coming week. I definitely want to read more Pyrites. I need to meet up with you guys and get with you about that. But let's see. And just everyone else in the comments, everyone else I didn't mention, thank you all so much for the information. Photo, thank you, or Novak, thank you. And I will see you all very soon. As always, keep your eyes wide open and never stop reading. And thank you so much, Samantha, for hanging out today. I appreciate all that as well. And I hope you enjoy your buttered Pop-Tart because they are great. I'll see you.